with me. Fuck with me. Yeah, fuck with me. Listen, fuck with me.
You ain't too you crazy for this one.
Big brazy. Fuck with me. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. They fuck with me because I'm getting money right. Yeah, get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fucking with me cause I'm getting money right. Yeah, get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fucking with me cause I'm getting money right. Fuck with me, let me get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fucking with me cause I'm getting money right. Yeah, get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Stack money once you start getting it, act funny. Count everything twice, wake up early, break night, look at your watch. Know the definition of op, greed, never buy nothing with seeds. Have a tester, give samples, switch up every time you get a chance to. Visit the town, your man ain't your man, stop putting them down. Flip something, once you start hitting them, hit something. No short, full fault, handle your plug, then see what your family does. Look closer at the culture, get vulgar, originate, go viral. You know idol, be stingy, stack Benji, they so friendly. Save up, wake up, sleep on it, die on it, speak on it. When you start chewing, put your teeth on it. Everything you stand on, beef on it. Get your money right. Right. Get your money right. Right. Get your money right. Money right. Money right. Get your money right. When you getting bread, you can play with dough. I ain't her man, but I'm a favorite though. Love money, I ain't gotta say it though. I'm something like a daddy, but I'm big bro. Pretty chain smelling like that Meg Jane. I whisper in there and put her on the game. Once they had me, they're not the same. Gang, you know we gang bang. Double O, she could get in trouble, no. No, she can't, nigga, cause her mother know. Bills paid, she ain't got no car, no. She getting money, blame it on the horoscope. Dope, she ain't going broke. She ain't going to the Chris, she going to the moat. Cake looking like a bunch of real estate. When you get money, they gon' really hate. Get your money right. Get your money right. Get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fuck with me because I'm getting money right. Fuck with me, let me get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fuck with me because I'm getting money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fuck with me because I'm getting money right. Fuck with me, let me get your money right. They fuck with me because they get money right. Money right. Money right. Get your money right. Get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fuck with me cause I'm getting money right. Fuck with me, let me get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fuck with me because I'm getting money right. Fuck with me cause I'm getting money right. They fucking with me, let me get your money right. Fuck with me. Fuck with me. Yeah, fuck with me. Listen, fuck with me.
You ain't too you crazy for this one.
Big brazy. Fuck with me. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. They fuck with me because I'm getting money right. Yeah.
Brand new bangers. That's right.
Get out my way. If you in my way, swear ain't no way that you getting away. Pull up with the K, then I like this chopper spray. Boy, it's just me in the game. No, we don't play, but we with that pistol play. You better tuck in your chain, niggas die every day. That's how it is on my way. You can survive on my way. Get out my way. If you in my way, swear ain't no way that you getting away. Pull up with the K, then I like this chopper spray. Boy, it's just me in the game. No, we don't play, but we with that pistol play. You better tuck in your chain, niggas die every day. That's how it is on my way. You can survive on my way.
Look,
Get
I
out
get
my way.
whipped and peeled in the whip. I be always flying past somebody. The niggas I'm with turn the nigga dreads rage to crown split as soon as that blast little got it. The nigga think as I'm lit, that mean I'm slipping. This nigga better ask somebody. I'm B.O.B. Somebody gon' kill you if you kill me. Should never blast on Bobby. Nigga, all it take is one drink with your bitch and I back your new babe. Won't take much. A doctor on the hoochie. Get a dose of the coochie with Duce. Then the deuces dip off a new day club. Going up, it's on a Tuesday. I was trying to fuck the whole crew. Hey, fuck it, her friends might leave. I tell her you stay. She says whatever you say. Go.
Get out my way. If you in my way, swear ain't no way that you getting away. Pull up with the K, then I like this chopper spray.
Hey, it's Dan Beanie, and if you're a baddie and you know it, I need you to shake it. Work for it, you hear me? Work for it. I see you over there. Work for it. And he was, and I was, and they was, and he was, and I was, and they was.
Okay, I like this here. Caught the buzz, brought me back to my like this year. Run up on them, take the money, see the ski mask clear. What's the procedure when you see the queen killer careers? Wait a second, this a blessing, bitch, I'm way up. I don't got stress to get the message when I kick up. Tell them hold my liquor when I flex, now I'm stuck up. Even if that nigga fuck me good, I don't pick up. I don't got a lot to say to you bitches. Got the perfect shot, so I don't got to aim at you bitches. See, a lot of them be hating on the come up, so when I come up, don't never hesitate to run up. See, I'm way different, they gon' feel it, baby, tenfold. You throwing shade, but bitch, you know I been cold. And I'm grown, it's only right to overlook them. And if they're talking beef, then these bars gon' cook them. Shook up.
Well. I see some ladies that's out there working for what they got. Now this is round 2. I'm gonna need y'all to go harder than before. Go crazy. And he was, and I was, and they was, and he was, and I was, and they was.
Hot, do it, baby, hit it. Yeah, he love it when I licking on the tip and then he grip me in his fingers like a fidget. If he pay me, I go crazy, and if not, I do not love him. I return the sender. I don't want your mister. Got a bone to pick with you dog holes. I just feed them what they want and give them all hope. And it be funny when you do it, you a big joke. And how you out here like you stepping in your sis clothes. See, I be litty in my car, kitty on sticky. So whenever he see me, he gon' lick it like a bar. Sugar candy coated, so you know I'm going hard. Look up in the sky, it's Bambini, it's a star. And I'm with ABR, so what is you saying? We be taking off, so you know there's no delaying. Power up the bar, so I guess I'm Super Saiyan. It's about time that I started going crazy.
All right. That was light work. We all know that. Now let's take it back to the 99 and the 2000s one more time. Go crazy. Yeah, wobbity wop wop the wop wobbity wop wop the wop wobbity wop the wop. Hey, it's Dan Beanie, and if you're a baddie and you know it, I need you to shake it. Work for it, you hear me? Work for it. I see you over there. Work for it. And he was, and I was, and they was, and he was, and I was, and they was.
Okay, I like this here. Caught the buzz, brought me back to my like this year. Run up on them, take the money, see the ski mask clear. What's the procedure when you see the queen killer careers? Wait a second, this a blessing, bitch, I'm way up. I don't got stress to get the message when I kick up. Tell them hold my liquor when I flex, now I'm stuck up. Even if that nigga fuck me good, I don't pick up. I don't got a lot to say to you bitches. Got the perfect shot, so I don't got to aim at you bitches. See, a lot of them be hating on the come up, so when I come up, don't never hesitate to run up. See, I'm way different, they gon' feel it, baby, tenfold. You throwing shade, but bitch, you know I been cold. And I'm grown, it's only right to overlook them. And if they're talking beef, then these bars gon' cook them. Shook up.
Well. I see some ladies that's out there working for what they got. Now this is round 2. I'm gonna need y'all to go harder than before. Go
Yeah. We back. The Dumbass Radio Show. You know what it is. I'm Big Dummy, and I'm here with my special guest. Let them know who you be, bro.
What it do? My name is Chase motherfucking Gretsch. You heard?
See that.
Mr. You heard? 856. You feel me? Born and raised in this bitch.
Where you was born and raised at? Because you know we doing it from the city, man. So what part of the city you was raised at?
I was raised 614 Elm Street.
Downtown?
Yeah.
Downtown?
Right.
Okay.
Right, North Camden.
North Camden.
Yeah, North Bay.
North
Yeah.
side.
I'm a North Bay.
Yeah.
North side.
Yeah.
I'm a North Gate Bay.
Yeah, man. So when did you start rapping, man? Like, when did you start rapping?
Well, honestly, I really just started rapping maybe 6 years ago. I've been really musically inclined throughout my whole life because I always had a speech problem, you know. So it's like that's the best. I used to always write poetry though. I never really rapped the way I always wrote poetry.
Right.
So it just brought out to now the best way for me to explain myself is through music. So when I turned around 17, 18, I was playing with it a little bit, but now a couple years, like 6 years ago, I started taking it serious.
What made you start taking it serious?
Just a whole lot of shit in my life was going on. A whole lot of shit in my life was getting real crazy, you know. So it's I just had to just write it down, you know. So just like music, like my outlet. Like every time I hear a beat, every time I just hear it like a melody or some type of note, it just speaks to me. So it's like, why not collab my words what they're talking about? You know, it's like the music, the beat, as well my voice, collab. It's like a duet, basically. So it's like I'm rapping with the music.
So I mean, I've heard your music, and it's more like a drill type vibe. So I know 6 years ago they wasn't really coming like that. So you always had that style, or
Nah. Like I fuck with drill. I fuck with drill rap, whatever. But I don't just only do that. I rap about real life all the time. I have this song on YouTube called Real Life Situations. My grandmother passed away, you know, and it was like a hard time in my life and shit like that. So there was a lot of things I wanted to talk to her about, because she really didn't know the stuff that I was into and the life I lived and everything like that. And I really wanted her to know who I was, you know.
Right.
So I wrote a song for her. When I was in prison, people used to call me the Rapping Rod Wave. You feel me?
I know you just came home too, nigga. We ain't gonna tell these niggas what you got locked up for, but did that stop your career at all? Or did that make you go harder?
Made me go harder.
Well, because niggas in the jail was fucking with you, or did you have an opportunity to write more?
I had more opportunity to think. It made me realize who was actually there and who wasn't, who was actually rooting for me and who wasn't. So it really made me, at first it was just me analyzing things, me just writing notes, you know. And then one day I was with my brother. I called my brother 60. If you out there, my nigga, just know, you know what I'm saying, I'm talking about you, motherfucker.
Shout out to 60.
But I was just rapping, and one day he was like, yo, say that shit again. So I just started rapping to him, whatever, and ever since, I just start taking it even more serious. I just stopped playing, so I just started writing every day. I got 2 suitcases filled with lyrics.
Rhyme books?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not one of those niggas that just writing your phone?
Yeah. I write in I got 3 phones. I write in my phones. I write on paper, whatever. If it's in my hand, if it's close to me, if I feel like it's a bar that I need to write, I don't like wasting good talent, you know. So if I feel like it's time for me to write something, I'm going to write it. I don't care if it's on a napkin or whatever, I'm going to write it.
Yeah, I mean, I come from that era, you know what I mean? Writing books, writing on any piece of paper, you feel me? Writing on the bus, going somewhere and shit like that, you feel me? But, so, I know you gang affiliated too, you know what I'm saying? Did that play any part in your music?
No. Definitely my brother played a big part in my music. Ever since I was a kid, me and my brother were just so close, but we were so distant with each other. So it's he used to always want to drum, always wanted to rhyme, you know. But it's I don't know. It's just the gang life really didn't inspire me. my family inspired me. You know, it made me want to do and be better. So.
When you started banging?
I started banging when I was 17.
When you started doing music, what you?
I started doing music. Really started doing music in my late 20s.
Did you have any music where you when you would talk about your gang life?
I have a few.
Right.
I have a few.
I heard your music, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and I've never heard, you know, you mentioned, you know, your gang affiliations, but you know, when we met, you feel me, we was actually like kind of competing and shit on somebody live. I don't remember. I think it might have been Thirsty Thursday. It might have been Thirsty Thursday. She was giving out the prize to the best song or whatever.
Yeah, I think when you was in competition, yeah.
So, you know, everybody in the comments was fucking with both of our songs and shit. I think you walked away with that night, you feel me? So that's why I always, you know, respected you and respected your music, even though I'm blood and you Crip, you feel what I'm saying? Because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, gang affiliation, it could separate people and it could also bring people together. Like my brother was Luke, you feel what I'm saying? So, you know, real recognize real regardless of what side of the fence you stand on, you feel what I'm saying? So, and I know you knew I was blood too, but we never let that come in between the money, you feel me? Because that's what it's about that network. So, like, is anybody like, like, that you fuck with that's Luke, as far as the music, or fuck with that's blood beside the music beside me?
No.
No.
I fuck with you every day. I fuck with you every
Say that, man.
But yeah, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I really don't listen to a lot of motherfuckers because I feel like a lot of these niggas now is garbage. Like a lot of these niggas is garbage. They don't really like talking about anything. Like yeah, I could do drill because it's easy. Drill rap is easy to me. But writing that real shit that people can actually like feel and understand, that's what I'm about. Right. That's who I am. That's who Chase Grant is. Right. You feel me? Like that shit that I represent the struggle. You feel me? I represent the shit that people can actually relate and understand. You feel me? Like shit, food stamps, being homeless, motherfucking having no heat in the house, eating oodles and noodles for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, potatoes. Right. You feel me? So I know what that's like. You feel me? So it's like that's what I'm really about.
So when you what would you say was your realest song you ever wrote? Because I know you said you wrote something about your grandma that passed. You also said you wrote a song about your brother. But what would you say was the realest song you ever wrote?
Do Not Disturb.
You got a song called Do Not Disturb? Yeah.
It was off that that Drizzy Drake beat, Do Not Disturb. It's just something about that beat just spoke to me, so I wrote to it. And I feel like that's one of the realest things I ever said.
What was you talking about in there?
I was basically talking about like me being who I am and the people that I thought I could trust, they're not who I expect them to be.
Let me hear something. Can I hear something from that? You got like a little 16 from that, or something? Any like the hook from that, John, that you could remember? Like,
I got something for you. I said, I remember nights I couldn't fly a kite, had to sell lyrics for a commissary. It's my brother and my grandmother. Inside my mind's the obituary. Did a lot of dirt, just the hurt. Felt like my past still creeping on me. See my dad right through that glass, had a lot of tears that kept falling off me, whole lot of pressure. Tried that shelter when I told a nigga he had 2 weeks. Did at the bottom, and my only problem is why the fuck did God choose me? There's a couple people that I rolled for. I was selling blood, I was selling drugs, I was selling rocks, I was selling blow, I was selling dro, I was in my box and I was in my bag. A lot of yokis started hating on me, and they all just laugh. Said my hair was stupid and my style's ruthless, I would never last. Got the brothers on me and a couple homies that seen my past. So inferno, hell rain, I go, sheesh.
That's real. Now I know what you mean when you say shit that, as far as like making music that niggas can relate to, because a lot of shit you just said, just in that 16 bar, niggas that listening could definitely relate to that shit. But if you could give a message to somebody watching this show, like what would be your word of advice that you would give to somebody that's watching the show right now?
My word of advice is never give the fuck up. I got a sister out there named Riley, you know what I'm saying? And she's going through like some stuff right now, and I talk to her every day, whatever, and I'm telling her, just like I'm gonna tell everybody else, never give up. Whatever dream that you have, whoever you're trying to be, whoever you're trying to become, do that shit, just like you feel me? Like, you doing it.
Right.
What you wanted to do, you set your mind to it and you did it.
Right.
You feel me? Like you didn't let nothing or nobody stop you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I respect about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So to everybody out in the world, whatever dream, whatever the fuck you believe in, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care about what nobody think. Don't care how you look, how you sound, whatever. If you think your shit lit, if you think that you can do it, whatever. I don't give a fuck if it's a doctor, lawyer, rapper, motherfucking singer, comedian, whatever you want to do, push that shit. Whatever talent that you have, please push that shit because that shit should never be wasted. Never be wasted.
What's the best advice somebody ever gave you?
Same thing I'm saying right now.
Word? That's the best advice you ever got?
Best advice.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let nobody stop me. I don't care what anybody say about me. I don't care what they judge. I'm writing something now. Basically, getting more deep into my life, you know, and it's like some shit that I'm gonna say. You feel me? That people are gonna look at me, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't care. But you'll hear it soon. You'll hear it soon.
Say that, man. Say that. Now, I was actually talking to an artist that's going to come on the show. Shout out to Rick Banger. You know, me and him are similar in a lot of ways, but, you know, we both had that outlandish attitude where, you know, motherfuckers they try to be like, yo, bro, you need to dumb it down, bro. You wildin', you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I did kind of dumb down shit because I used to be wild, you feel what I'm saying? But I tried to be more, you know, mindful how people was thinking about me, you feel what I'm saying? But the person I'm talking about didn't, you feel what I'm saying? And that nigga basically kept doing what he been doing, you feel what I'm saying? And that nigga signed, he viral, you know what I'm saying? He went viral from doing the crazy shit that he do, you feel what I'm saying? But, you know, that's inspired me to be myself, you feel what I'm saying? Like you said, don't give up, like, whatever you believe in, stand on that, because there's always gonna be a motherfucker that try to, like, dim your light. You ever
Exactly.
who would you say is like your biggest supporter? Who supports you the most?
I say my little sister Shayla, she's one of my biggest supporters. I love her to death. You know, even like from the beginning, you know, like she just knew that I could do this shit. Even when I was young, she just knew I could do this shit. Because even when I was doing these little side bars or whatever, because once I got older, I was doing competitions. Nigga, I was doing competitions. I did some in Georgia. I did some over in over in Philly. That strip club over in Philly. I did a couple of and I won. You feel me? So it's like, I say my sister, man. My sister throughout everything, she believed in me the most.
Who your biggest hater? You got those? You got any haters?
I don't know. And if I do, I don't give a fuck. You feel me? Like, there's always gonna be a hater. And if there's a hater, if there's haters in my life, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm doing something right. You feel me? I don't give a like I said, I don't give a fuck what a person think about me.
Right.
Like I said, I have a speech problem. It is what it is. I see what comes out my mouth, and if you like it, so be it. If you don't, I don't give a fuck. You feel me? It is what it is.
Right.
And some people like it, some people don't. But at the end of the day, I still don't give a fuck.
Right. What's your top 5 rappers? Like,
all right. So I gotta say, Big. I fuck with Biggie. Like, he wasn't just a lyricist, but he was like really like about that shit. You feel me? Like, he really lived that life. Tupac for sure. Jay, I fuck with Jay. The little new generation, I fuck with Mozzie. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck he blood. That nigga talk. Like, and I feel like he talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And Rod Wave.
Rod Wave, yeah. That's a dope 5. I ain't gonna hold you. Even though I'm blood, I fuck with motherfucking Snoop.
Nipsey. Oh.
I fuck with Snoop, and I fuck with Nipsey too. But you know, I'm from that era where Snoop was really that guy. You feel what I'm saying? And actually, I was listening to Snoop before I turned blood. But you know, just because I was blood didn't mean that I was gonna stop listening to his music. You feel what I'm saying? But I could definitely agree with most of your go grab that comedian for me. There. So it's like, you know, it a lot of people, I ask that question on every show, you know what I mean? But a lot of people got different top 5s, you know what I'm saying? Because we all listen to different types of music. Rod Wave music is That nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It got that vibe to it. And when I heard his music, you wouldn't think he looked like that. You know what I mean? I posted a post earlier today, you know, asking, you know, the fans, like, you know, is appearance important or is talent more important? Most people said talent, but the truth is appearance does. You feel what I'm saying? And when I seen Rod Wave, I'm like, damn, he looked like that and he coming like that, but he still made it to where he got, you know what I mean, where he going. You know what I mean? And I respect that. So I respect your top 5. If you could bring any dead rapper back, who you bringing back? That gotta be a hard one for you. That gotta be a hard one for you.
Yeah.
Who you bringing back, bro?
I feel, because the thing is, he said just one?
Mm-hmm.
Just one. See? I say Big, but I would say Pop.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I say that is because, like, if they was in this game right now, this rap shit going on right now would not be how it is right now. It would not. This bubblegum shit, everybody wearing real tight shit and eating niggas' ass and all this extra weird dumb shit.
Yeah.
That would not be going on right now.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, out of one of them two, as much as I love Big, bro, I believe Pac.
Yeah.
I believe Pac will make more of a difference.
He would, because Pac is one of them people who stood for a lot.
Yeah.
He made hella music. You know, he got songs to this day that he motherfucking still could drop songs for Pac. You know what I'm saying? So imagine how many fucking songs he would have had if he was still alive. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know. But, you know, I thought you would have said either Big or Nipsey because you low, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you ain't even think about Nips because, I mean, Nips, I feel Nip would have had, he was just starting to cook, so, you know, and he had one of those Tupac minds, but, you know, Tupac, niggas can follow him, you feel me? Niggas can listen to him.
He's an OG, so I respect Nip, like, to the fullest, but I have to go with Pac.
I think Pac was more. He would have had a label. He would have had a lot of other. He would have signed motherfuckers that was just like him, or that, you know. He probably have signed Nipsey. You feel what I'm saying? He would have been definitely. I respect that, bro. I definitely respect that. So if you died today and tomorrow, like, what would you want to be remembered?
As a good brother, as a respected man. As a loving friend.
That's deep. So you sent in the songs for us today and shit. Tell us about the song you sent.
Oh, the Vertis?
Nah, the other one.
Which one, Exposure?
Yeah, that's the one we're gonna play tonight.
You gonna play Exposure?
Yeah, we're gonna play Exposure.
Oh shit. Basically Exposure is basically about like people I just don't fuck with. It's just like you think like you trying to be close to me, you trying to be friends with me, but I know who you are. I see who you are. Like, I know your true self. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to set their ass up.
Right.
Set them up, bring them down.
So it was about exposing them or them exposing themselves to you?
Exposing themselves to me.
Right. Because niggas will do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Niggas will
They
do
show
that.
me who they are.
Right.
You feel me? And I don't even have to say nothing.
Right.
And that's one thing I love about myself. Like, that's what prison really taught me. Like all the different personalities, all the different attitudes, like how people just be moving and stuff like that. Like, you get to see, who's who, you know? So once you see that type of shit going on, you be able to see who's really for you and who's not, who's really real and who's really fake.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, like, it might not take like right then and there. It takes probably a few times, but you're gonna see it.
Right.
And that's what I am. I see that shit.
That's what that song was about.
Yeah, let's set him up.
So before we go on the commercial break, man, I'm gonna ask you this last question. What's the wackest song you ever wrote?
The wackest song I ever wrote.
The wackest song you ever wrote, bro.
I believe I'm the nicest. I even got to say
I definitely want to hear something about it too, nigga.
Nah.
But
all right, so I got a brother out there, you know what I'm saying? He's doing his little thing named Rob, you feel me? Like, he's doing his little thing, my bro Rob. He be DJing and shit like that. But
I know you're talking about this Rob.
yeah, that's my little bro. That's my little bro. Like we grew up together, everything.
Say that. He been on the show.
Yeah.
He didn't actually have an interview. He was here with Rain, but yeah, we definitely gonna have him on the show. We'll go ahead and finish.
Yeah, we was kids together, everything. Like, you feel me? So it's like I love that little nigga. But remember one time it was that beat touch it.
So
Bruh. Me and him, bruh. I love that song, but it was like the cheesiest shit that me and him ever did. But it was our wave, you know? It was our wave.
Right.
So like I say that's one of the wackest songs I ever did, but as a song on YouTube, you feel me? I think I like it, but I really don't like it that much. You feel me? But the song is called Greed. You feel me? Grind right here every day. I think I could have went a little better on it, whatever. Like, if that's the second one, I'll say that one.
That's lit. No, the reason I always ask that on this show is because what you might think is your wackest, it could be somebody else's favorite. You feel what I'm saying? So I always, give people the opportunity to give their wackest song. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got this song called Exposure, man. And y'all don't know who this is, man. Make sure y'all follow. Make sure y'all subscribe. My guy Chase Green. We'll be right back. We're going on a little commercial break, but stay tuned and listen to this Exposure. Big Dummy, Dumbass Radio Show. We out. We still here.
Exposure, set him up. All I chill with is soldiers, burning good aroma. Hit it up. I cannot fuck with no cloner. Shoulders getting colder. Better luck. Too much power, I'm solar. You're just getting lower. Hang it up. I told you it's over. Trends get all exposure, set him up. All I chill with is soldiers, burning good aroma. Hit it up. I cannot fuck with no cloner. Shoulders getting colder. Better luck. Too much power, I'm solar. You're just getting lower. Hang it up. Order it up. She tryna fuck for a buck. I'm jumping go. What it up? Your baby regular. Don't do the shit. Till it coming up. What it up? Boss today by soda. I don't fuck with no loose. Why you niggas sweating by? I'm the type that shoot you. Long whistles, you flute. Fuck around and get popped. Choking like Papa Doc. Wanna go? Some niggas know. And if you don't watch your mouth. Some think I'm slow. Never thought that niggas switch up. Yo, get nigga pull a pot. Let him in that bro. If that missile goes, but I act my bro. Ludacris with it. I act a fool. I hit your bitch with a cha-cha. Head big, hoes call me stupid. You know my uncle Mufasa. Who you trying to find foolish? I get my bread and go pack her. Spark the dusty, then throw the deuces. Had to go get it, no capper. Some niggas wish that my life was ruined. Sheesh. Hey, let's set him up. All I shit with is soldiers. Burning good aroma. Head it up. I cannot fuck with no clone. Shoulders getting colder. Better luck. Too much power, I'm solar. Hey, if you take her to eat, then she chewing the dick. School of providers will come at your mother, don't want any drama. I'm loving this shit when I spit out that lava. Curvy shit like a llama, this other hat got me too lit. If I ass big, I'ma take a few shots, step it up like a turkey. Can speak with my bro, damn. So when yo deep inside, niggas think that I hurt you. But I shine like 4 a.m., I ain't playing with him. On the freeway early. Little bro, I see again, don't forget my sin, cause he gon' still dirty. 2 shots to my brother, 6-0, what's up? You know, getting messed by 30. Hard time, we been living at night, days and nights. Hot boy said no worries. So I live the fight and I keep that punch. Just know these breasts, they scared. They running, they coming, I'm ready to buck. She getting it something, I'm ready to fuck. That bitch that I knew had a love breaking up. She thought she get you, know this ain't what it was. Don't care if you cute, but you stupid as fuck. Woo. Sheesh. Now fucking make up for no bitches I trust. All day. The only thing that I'm digging is deep in her gut. All day. Got too many demons up inside me, they're hunting it up. All day. They say, just keep that burning zip inside me, no letting it up. Sheesh. I told you it's over. Traders get all exposure. Set him up. All that shit with is soldiers. Burning good aromas. Yeah, I cannot fuck with no cloner. Shoulders getting colder. It's too much power, I'm solar. Yours is getting lower. I told you it's over. Trades get all exposure. Set him up. Let's smoke. Let's smoke. Set him up. Hey, go smoke. Get smoke. Set him up. Set him up. He's good smoke. It's over, tricks get all exposure. Set him up, all I chill with is soldiers. Burning good aroma, hit it up. I cannot fuck with no cloner. Shoulders getting colder, better luck. Too much power, I'm solar. You're just getting lower, hang it up. I told you it's over, tricks get all exposure. Set him up, all I chill with is soldiers. Burning good aroma, hit it up. I cannot fuck with no cloner. Shoulders getting colder, better luck. Too much power, I'm solar. You're just getting lower, hang it up. Order it up, she tryna fuck for a buck. I'm jumping go, what it up? Your baby been regular, don't do the shit till it coming up. What it up? Boss today by soda. I don't fuck with no loser. Why you niggas sweating by? I'm the type that shoot you. Long whistles, you flute. Fuck around and get popped. Choking like Papa Doc. Wanna go, some niggas know. And if you don't watch your mouth. Some think I'm slow. Never thought that niggas switch up on a yogi nigga pull a pot. Let him in that bro. If that missile go, but I act my bro. Ludacris with it. I act the fool. I hit your bitch with a cha-cha. Head big, hoes call me stupid. You know my uncle Mufasa. Who you trying to find foolish? I get my bread and go pack her. Spark the dusty, then throw the deuces. Had to go get it, no cappers. Some niggas wish that my life was ruined. Sheesh. Hey, let's set him up. All I shit with is soldiers. Burning good aroma. Head it up. Yeah, I cannot fuck with no clone. Shoulders getting colder. Better luck. Too much power, I'm solar. Hey, if you figure to eat, you chewing the dick. School of providers will come at your mother, don't want any drama. I'm loving this shit when I spill out that lava. Curvy shit like a llama, this other hat got me too lit. If I ass big, I'ma take a few shots, step it up like a turkey. Can speak with my bro, did. So a young deep beside niggas think that I hurt me. But I shine like 4 a.m., I ain't playing with him. On the freeway early. Little bro, I see again, don't forget my sin, cause he gon' still dirty. 2 shots to my brother, 6-0, what's up? You know, getting messed by 30. Hard time, we been living at night, days and nights. Hot boy said no worries. So I live the fight and I keep that punch. Just know these breasts, they scared. They running, they coming, I'm ready to buck. She getting it something, I'm ready to fuck. That bitch that I knew had a love breaking up. She thought she could use, know this ain't what it was. Don't care if you cute, but you stupid as fuck. Woo. Sheesh. Now fucking make up for no bitches I trust. All day. The only thing that I'm thinking is deep in her gut. All day. Got too many demons up inside me, they're hutting it up. All day. They say, just keep that burning zip inside me, no letting it up. Sheesh. I told you it's over. Traders get all exposure. Set him up. All I chill with is soldiers. Burning good aroma. Yeah, I cannot fuck with no cloner. Shoulders getting colder. It's too much power, I'm solar. Yours just getting lower. I told you it's over. Trades get all exposed. Set him up. Go smoke. Go smoke. Set him up. Hey, go smoke. Go smoke. Set him up. Set him up.
Fuck with me. Fuck with me. Yeah, fuck with me. Listen, fuck with me.
Yo, ain't telling you crazy for this one.
Big Brazy. Fuck with me. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. They fuck with me because I'm getting money right. Yeah, 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 get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fucking with me cause I'm getting money right. Yeah, 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 get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fucking with me cause I'm getting money right. Fuck with me, let me get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fucking with me cause I'm getting money right. Yeah, 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 get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Stack money once you start getting it, act funny. Count everything twice, wake up early, break night, look at your watch. Know the definition of op, greed, never buy nothing with seeds. Have a tester, give samples, switch up every time you get a chance to. Visit the town, your man ain't your man, stop putting them down. Flip something, once you start hitting them, hit something. No short, full fault, handle your plug, then see what your family does. Look closer at the culture, get vocal, originate, go viral. You know idol, be stingy, stack Benji, they so friendly. Save up, wake up, sleep on it, die on it, speak on it. When you start chewing, put your teeth on it. Everything you stand on, beef on it. Get your money right. Right. Get your money right. Right. Get your money right. Money right. Money ride. Get your money right. When you getting bread, you can play with dough. I ain't her man, but I'm a favorite though. Love money, I ain't gotta say it though. I'm something like a daddy, but I'm big bro. Pretty chain smelling like that Meg Jane. I whisper in there and put her on the game. Once they had me, they're not the same. Gang, 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 you know we gang bang.
Hey, it's Dan Beanie, and if you're a baddie and you know it, I need you to shake it. Work for it, you hear me? Work for it. I see you over there. Work for it. And he was, and I was, and they was, and he was, and I was, and they was.
Okay, I like this here. Caught the buzz, brought me back to my like this year. Run up on them, take the money, see the ski mask clear. What's the procedure when you see the queen killer careers? Wait a second, this a blessing, bitch, I'm way up. I don't got stress to get the message when I kick up. Tell them hold my liquor when I flex, now I'm stuck up. Even if that nigga fuck me good, I don't pick up. I don't got a lot to say to you bitches. Got the perfect shot, so I don't got to aim at you bitches. See, a lot of them be hating on the come up, so when I come up, don't never hesitate to run up. See, I'm way different, they gon' feel it, baby, tenfold. You throwing shade, but bitch, you know I been cold. And I'm grown, it's only right to overlook them. And if they talking beef, then these bars gon' cook them. Shook up,
Well. I see some ladies that's out there working for what they got. Now this is round 2. I'ma need y'all to go harder than before. Go crazy. And he was, and I was, and they was, and he was, and I was, and they was.
do it, baby, hit it, yeah, he love it when I lick it on the tip and then he grip me in his fingers like a fidget. If he pay me, I go crazy, and if not, I do not love him. I return the sender, I don't want your mister. Got a bone to pick with you dog hoes. I just feed them what they want and give them all hope. And it be funny when you do it, you a big joke. And how you out here like you stepping in your sis clothes. See, I be litty in my car, kitty on sticky, so whenever he see me, he gon' lick it like a bar. Sugar candy coated, so you know I'm going hard. Look up in the sky, it's Bambini, it's a star. And I'm with ABR, so what is you saying? We be taking off, so you know there's no delaying. Power up the bar, so I guess I'm Super Saiyan. It's about time that I started going crazy.
All right. That was light work, we all know that. Now let's take it back to the 99 and the 2000s one more time. Go crazy. Yeah, wobbity, wop, wop, the wop, the wop, wobbity, wop, wop, the wop, the wop, wobbity, wop, wop, the wop, the wop. Hey, it's Dan Beanie, and if you're a baddie and you know it, I need you to shake it. Work for it, you hear me? Work for it. I see you over there. Work for it. And he was, and I was, and they was, and he was, and I was, and they was.
Okay, I like this here. Caught the buzz, brought me back to my like this year. Run up on them, take the money, see the ski mask clear. What's the procedure when you see the queen killer careers? Wait a second, this a blessing, bitch, I'm way up. I don't got stress to get the message.
Damn. Y'all really don't rap no more? They don't. I'm in my room with it though. I just think they begging me to stop and I won't. I just think they hoping that I stop and I won't. I just think they begging me to stop, won't stop. I just think they hoping that I stop, won't stop.
Where the fuck you was at when I was trying ball? Stand tall, knock them out the box, stump them when they fall. Fuck you thought I was about to hop on the wave, pump faking, clout chasing, diss me? I'm waiting, float butter like a Timberland. This ain't for beginners. Listen, I ain't stopping, I'm popping up all winter. 10 toes down about myself till I'm bossed up. Till then her boyfriend gon' stay keeping me glossed up. I don't deal with many cause they thicker than the Photoshop. They'll do almost anything just to get the photo op. I'm Nancy with the shot, call me hard, and when I rap now, my pen push better make your dealer put his pack down. I've been with the verses, been writing hits, been said that nigga you fucking with ain't shit. Now who gon' check me? Not you. Get a grip, it's Bambini. They don't wanna see me catch a fit. Bow, bow.
I just think they begging me to stop and I won't. I just think they hoping that I stop and I won't. I just think they begging me to stop, won't stop. I just think they hoping that I stop, won't stop.
and I spit better than niggas. You should be scared next year. I'm doubling digit. This my passion. I'm spitting fire into the dragon. You can tell I'm too Camden cause I talk like this. And any rapper say they better, man, that don't mean shit. Cause I'ma talk my shit whether I'm in or I'm out. And these bitches gon' find a way to keep my dick in they.
Hey, it's Dan Beanie. And if you're a baddie and you know it, I need you to shake it. Work for it. You hear me? Work for it. I see you over there. Work for it. And he was, and I was, and they was, and he was, and I was, and they was.
Yeah. Hey, yo, how that old saying used to go? If you ain't never been to the ghetto, don't come to the ghetto. If you ain't from the ghetto, don't something the ghetto. I used to go. Look at how we live, whips to the crib. Had to do it big, so we did what we did. Had to take risks, told the full fifth. Some they can't relate, they ain't living like this. Look at how we live. Look at how it is. Look at how we live. Look at how it is. Fresh up off the porch, in and out them courts. Seen bullets fly and go in and out of corpse. Thoughts on survival, gun go where I go. No bullshit, hit get wild like Chicago. We got the ethos, smacking Perico. Hoping them boys don't run down with no Rico. Bricks that we took, bricks that we cooked. Had to get mine, ain't no time to be shook. No hugs from mama, but we hugged the block. My heart was ice cold, but these slugs was hot. All for the change, numb to the pain. Blood of a hustler will run through these veins. Not for the games, far from these lames. Tell from they slang that we not the same. We talk that money talk, they talk that nonsense. Dove off the porch and I been on that grind. How we live, whips to the crib. Had to do it big, so we did what we did. Had to take risks, told the full fifth. Some they can't relate, they ain't living like this. Look at how we live. Look at how it is. Look at how we live. Look at how it is. Let's go. Whipping work in the kitchen, pulling licks when we had to. Sorry, mom and dad, but we did what we had to. Filled the mag up with hollows and it stayed with me. Whipped it out and sprayed it, anybody played with me. Wicked game, every day we getting slain. Some got shot, some caught a needle to the vein. Family suffer from the traps and the obstacles. Then it's times when we gotta send the ops missiles. All this trauma, broad day, guns firing. Ain't overtime when you come from this environment. You either strategize trying to find an exit. Pray you never see a time when the feds hit. My baby mom died, broke me, she was 35. Look at my son's eyes, I can see the hurt inside. Wish I could bring it back or make his pain vanish. A lot of nights feel like I'm living life with brain damage. How we live, whips to the crib. Had to do it big, so we did what we did. Had to take risks, told the full fifth. Some they can't relate, they ain't living like this. Look at how we live. Look at how it is. Look at how we live. Look at how it is. Look at how we live, whips to the crib. Had to do it big, so we did what we did. Had to take risks, told the full fifth. Some they can't relate, they ain't living like this. Look at how we live. Look at how it is. Look at how we live. Look at how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I still say that too. Yeah. We back at the Dumbass Radio Show with your host, Big Dummy. Got a special guest in the building today. Let them know who you are, bro.
Derek Lee, business owner, magician, comedian, children's entertainer. I pride myself on just trying to be a good businessman, and when you love what you do and do what you love, you don't go to work. And I try to tell young men, find what you enjoy first. You still gonna have to have that job. You know, I don't care if you sweep in the streets or you work at Walmart. You know, until your barbershop business gets popping, you're gonna have to cut hair on the weekend, and you're gonna have to work for somebody. I did 17 years in the government. I worked at Social Security at 3rd and Spring Garden. You know, and then on the weekend I was doing my hustle that grew. You know, and God has stepped in. It has been good because I don't feel like I go to work anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing comedy?
I started that back in the 90s, and I was doing little crappy little shows. I don't even like seeing old videos of myself no more because it's just terrible. You know, you up there and you know, it's almost like when anything, artists don't like to see their old artwork. It just doesn't look right. So I was hosting little church shows and little comedy shows. I didn't get big into it until in the later years I started producing my own concerts. Because I used to go to concerts and say, boy, it's corny. Not like that, but it would be long, it would be drawn out. The gospel shows didn't start on time, and timing was everything. You know, you didn't start on time, you overpriced. You know, don't nobody want to pay $60 to see Kirk Franklin and you got a family of 5? Come on, Kirk, you need to be a little cheaper now, Kirk. I can see Beyonce back then them days, you know, so.
Was you doing gospel music or you was doing comedy?
I was doing what they call Christian comedy, so I wasn't using any kind of profanity at all. You know, I always wanted to do something that's different. And I try to tell our young men, find something, but do something to stand out. You know, whether it's your jacket or anything to stand out. Get a niche. Because sometimes some of the funniest or best entertainers, some of the best entertainers aren't really the funniest. You know, Mr. T was not a great actor. He had a niche, he had something we remember.
Gold chains.
Even though he only lasted about 7 years, he was the biggest thing on NBC. He was one of the highest paid people on NBC for a while. He had a niche. It's a gimmick. You know, if you're going to do a business, and I try to tell my men, and people say, why you always, I had somebody tell me, why you always talking about black people and black men? And I said, because I want to help my brothers. You got to remember the letter C. Credit, career, castle, cash. We need to remember these things. Because you notice Asian people come over here, they've been off the boat for 3 years. They got a house and a business on your block. And we're putting our young men out in the street. He don't even know what a routing number is. Well, he grown, I'm putting him out. Yeah, but he grown, but you didn't give him the tools to teach him. In order to be a man, you got to see a man. You know, you got, and then we call it the OG. You got to have somebody work with you. I didn't have nothing. And when people sit back and try to say, oh, but just get over it and be a man, who you comparing me to? Because when I go to the family reunion, everybody divorced. Ain't no men around.
So you didn't have anybody to compare yourself
No,
to?
I had a very abusive father. I had a father who, and it's terrible because the way he talked to my sisters and me, I mean, I might have been 12 years old and I said, I ain't gonna do that. You know, some curse words, if your grandma, if you don't sit your ass down, and that's cool. You know, you getting on my damn nerve. But when you start calling people faggots and MFs and words are as hard as a fist. You know, you remember these things. And this manifesting in young people, when they get older, they might bring it up and they remember you said I was a faggot or this, or you called me a faggot. That's why I don't, and how I am is because how I was raised. So I tell people, when people ask me, I've never smoked weed before. People look at me like I'm a virgin. This nigga ain't never smoked no weed. You know, and you do what you do. I'm a beer drinker. You know, I enjoy beer. You know.
What about Coke?
Never done that either.
You were that era, nigga. You were that
about Coke. Yeah, I'm old enough though, but that was never really my thing. You know, and everybody was doing it. But do what you do. I don't look down. Do what you do. But I saw my father dabble in the weed. I saw my father beating on women and beating on kids, and I said, I don't want to be like that. So there was a lot of stuff that I didn't have, but everything he did, I did the opposite. So I would always hug my kids. How was school, son? You know, Daddy loves you. We didn't get none of that. I don't remember.
They have that myth about it. It's not a myth because it's true in certain cases. As far as like that generational curse, and you know how most people who are abused, they grow up to be the abusers.
So, yes.
You know. So.
Oh yes.
So how was you able to do the opposite? Because I raised kids and and I found myself sometimes mimicking my grandmother in certain situations because I'll put her through it. So when my kids put me through it, I would say the same shit that my grandmother said to me. But how was you able to
when you spend a lot of time alone, because I went and got myself a little apartment, I got myself out. I used to have a lot of alone time over the years because sometimes I had a hard time getting along with other people. So it's good to be by yourself. Okay. You could learn a lot by yourself. Right. Some of the best sleeping and thinking is by yourself. I tell people, oh, you by yourself? That's good. Mm-hmm. You know, so you cleaning your house, straighten your home. While you're cleaning and mopping the floor and vacuuming, take time to think about how you can grow and how you become a better man. Mm-hmm. I didn't have nobody to talk to me and tell me nothing. Right. But I had a lot of people. When I got to certain levels, there was a lot of, I had to deal with a lot of, I'm not going to say it's jealousy, because jealousy and envy, it's hard to tell. Mm-hmm. You know, but I remember people used to try to say, oh, Derek ain't perfect. And I'm like, let me tell you something. When people are drunk or angry, it's the most honest people in the world, mm-hmm. because they can't control themselves. Right. If you're sitting there arguing with somebody, mm-hmm. and you know something, you think your kids is better than mine, mm-hmm. that's the best. That's what they really think. Right, if you drink with somebody, how they are is really that person. Mm-hmm. And you can realize mm-hmm. when somebody gets drunk if they really don't like you or not, mm-hmm. or if they really are jealous of you. I went through Salvation Army. Mm-hmm. I went through the homeless shelter. I went through the abuse shelter. I'm not the product of the environment, mm-hmm. but I said when I get my opportunity, I'm gonna make sure you gotta focus on your credit. You don't want to be moving every year. Mm-hmm. We need to own a home. Right. My father moved every year. Mm-hmm. I went to about 11 different schools. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
I mean, I did that too to my kids. You know what I mean? I definitely took them from neighborhood to neighborhood, from crib to crib.
Sometimes you have to, but that's not what you want to do.
Sometimes it's a good thing because they get an opportunity to learn from different things and different environments. But you know, it's nothing like just being at one place and just having
place.
That. Yeah,
because I hate moving.
One thing that I took from you, you know, you invited me to for the people that don't know, we do have a real relationship. But one of the things that I took from you when you invited me over, you said something to me on the lines of, you know, make sure everything is all right first before you decide to get married. And you know what I mean? Handle your business. Mm-hmm. Okay? This is my thing, and I'm not knocking men. I don't want people to be inboxing, saying little nasty stuff. When you move in with a woman, you still ain't a whole man. Right. You moved in with her. Mm-hmm. She had that before she got with you. Right. Oh, it's cool, but still, some of these women raise their voice and talk to you any way they want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. You gotta have your own stuff. Right. You know, you gotta have your stuff in order. Mm-hmm. You need to make sure you have your credit score in order. Get your house. You don't want to move in with her. And well, she loved me and I love her. You'll never be a woman can respect a man they don't love. They never love a man they won't respect. And if you were my son, I would say, son, you never did with her. Why you do that? I was like, because what do you get besides sex? What are you getting when you move in with her? A place to stay.
Right. You done moved in with your PlayStation and your sneakers, and she done got herself a tenant now. You know, we feel whole when we have our own stuff. Right. If you got a house and she got a house, y'all got houses. Right. I don't care what women say. Don't no woman want to take care of a man. Mm-hmm. Don't no woman want to pay her own bill. Show me a woman that wants to pay her own bills. I'm going to show you a liar. She's lying. Right. I'm a strong woman. Man, don't care if you're strong. Can you cook? Can you clean? Ask a woman when you get a chance. Don't nobody give a damn how strong you are. Right. Can you cook? Can you clean? Can you pick up that frying pan and put cheese in the eggs?
Do you feel like you know, the women, because you know back in the day women were trying to get equal rights. You know what I'm saying? They want to be equal.
They get equal rights.
But I feel
don't take it out on me because you're angry.
I feel like now they're in a position of power. They might be a little above men because there's so many women that have powerful positions, have the money, have the credit.
Women are so strong because they have to be. Because a lot of times, they what did they say? 1 out of 4 black men is in prison. What did they say? 1 out of 6 black men are homosexuals. That don't leave you but with 87 brothers left. So you better learn how to be a side chick. You better be proud be a side chick. You might be going to church with your side chick. No, but all jokes aside, we as black men have got to know to handle our business and get out. I had a girl argue with me talking about, well, that ain't right, that he could move in with me and this, that, and other. No, because what if we get into an argument and you put me out? You know what happens? My name's not on the lease. I got to go.
Right. So I mean, you started off doing Christian comedy. You know, I know back in the day I did a little history. You know, I'm a comedian as well, but I did a lot of research or comedy where people try to inflict and implement their political views. So did you ever because you feel strongly about a lot of things. Is that something that you put in your routine?
No, you know what I do? When I never tell people who I really vote for, my affiliation. I've been doing a lot of Caucasian events and I'm loving it. They pay. Everybody pay. They pay.
You did tell me that too.
I will make jokes. Where my Trump supporters at? They go crazy.
Right.
All right now, I'm trying to get rebooked.
Right.
If I'm in Philadelphia, Democrat, where my Biden supporters at? Oh yeah, he all right with us. I will say anything to make the crowd like me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when I'm doing my older crowd, and I say this all the time, and I do mean this. If you're over 50, say yeah. Say yeah, y'all the last of the good mothers. They like, well, he right. This the last of the good. These young girls smoking weed with their kids, but these older women talk to you any kind of way. So I don't tell any, if I have an audition or a show, I don't, because you don't know. You can't talk about gay people. Half of them is running stuff. I have my opinion on, I don't care if that's what you want to do, but I try to do a show to make it so everybody feels comfortable. Now I do have Asian jokes. I do have old people jokes. I have black people jokes. I have white people jokes. But I try to balance it to make it funny. Laughter is beautiful. But when I'm talking about my black women, and I love my black women, but they are hard to deal with.
Do you think that you, in music, you know, people are looked down upon for making music that they don't actually can relate to, that's not really them? You know what I mean?
People lying, trying to do Vanilla Ice. Whatever sells, brother.
But does that work in comedy?
Yeah, whatever sells. It's a joke.
Right.
I don't really feel a certain way about something. You know, I sit back and make little jokes, and Wendy Williams, I say, is she here? I said, Wendy Williams said, don't take the COVID. She don't want you taking that COVID, that vaccination, what they call it, the Derma. She said she don't trust the government. She trusts her crack dealer. She don't trust the government, y'all. Is she here? So I just want everybody to laugh, but I will, because I'm starting to do shows in other states, and it's a beautiful thing. You get more, and I tell people, you need to get away from being in your comfort zone. Stop performing in your comfort zone. In your circle, they're never going to look at you. They're never going to say, Derek Lee is a great businessman. My family not going to tell me that. They're going to say, he ain't all that.
Right.
He ain't no better than us.
Right.
It gets so bad that I have other relatives that call me to tell me what my relatives told me about me. And it's cool. And when you get to a certain point, he's arrogant. And I do the Deion Sanders. Don't let my arrogance offend your insecurity. Because I want to do something. I love my kids. I'm going to be a certain way. I got passion for what I do. I have passion for this business. I want to make a good amount of money. I want to put food on the table. But it's your job to reach back and talk to your nephews. Talk to your cousins. I know Jewish people, when they sit back and talk, they talking about everybody buying a house. And I'm sitting back like, my family don't. We all renting.
Well, I told you before that I fix credit. And us as a black culture,
you fix credit.
Yeah.
That's
beautiful.
I
have a credit repair business. But us as black people, we don't install that into our kids.
You have to do it at a young age.
Well, we don't. You know what I mean?
You're right.
What we do is we'll put our fucking phone bill.
Yes, in our kids' name.
So when they grow up to be 18,
they credit already jacked.
But then we see this white guy.
Yep.
Not being racist for other people, but you see this white kid. Female or male, 17 years old, driving a Lamborghini.
Yep.
You ask, how does this kid has a Lamborghini at 17?
Yep.
And because his parents put his name down as a trade line. They put him as a authorized user.
Right.
That's something
we don't know about that.
We don't do that as a culture.
We need to teach more. You need to teach more about that.
Right.
Somebody told me about that years ago, and I said, put my son down as an authorized user. I had somebody tell me when I was 25, your life insurance should be at least 4 times your yearly salary. So I never forget this. I work for the government. This was in 2000, right before I got married. And I was making a good amount of money. And I said, listen, I went up to the place, it was called personnel or payroll. Okay. And I had my little stuff. And I said, yeah, I need 5 times my salary to this person right here. Mm-hmm. And the girl looked at me and she was like, are you married yet? I said, no, I'm not married, but just in case. All I know is a month later, somebody pulled me aside, because people talk. Mm-hmm. Derek? I said, yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I just want to commend you for, how you taking care of business. I said, what are you talking about? Mm-hmm. He goes, I heard you got life insurance and you bought a house and you furnished the house. I decided to buy a home first. You can have a $20,000 wedding, but you live with your mama. Mm-hmm. I wanted to buy the house, and then I said, let me make sure my life insurance is right. Mm-hmm. See, I like the era where the village helped raise your children. Right. For example, I got good kids, but I got godparents. I got a grandmother. They got the grandfathers back in their life. I got 2 aunts, 2 uncles, and they are in my kids' life. But they help mold these children. It was well, that's my business. If they mess up, they ain't got nothing. No, when my kids mess up, I want your uncle to call you and say, yo, what's going on now? You done did what? What you bringing home steeds for? But this generation don't talk about it. They be like, well, that's my business, this is my house.
Don't tell me how to raise my kids.
Don't tell me how to raise. Oh, no, I got people talking about you don't be talking to my child any kind of way. I love it when they Aunt Jamil or they Uncle Kyle or they Uncle Leonard be like, DJ, you did what? So then they know. My father say the same thing, and it takes the village. But sometimes you got these young parents that don't want their kids to be, talked to. I had somebody try to tell me, but see, my son is stupid. And I said, well, how old is he? Well, he been stupid, he don't listen. And I'm like, well, he's stupid, What'd you teach him? And then she got quiet. What'd you teach him? You the mother. Right. If your daughter is stupid or insecure, you're supposed to see that coming.
So where did the comedy come from? Because I feel like most comedians, we were told that we stupid. We were told, oh, you crazy. Oh, we were the class clowns. Is that true for you?
Because I was a professional clown first. Okay. And people used to laugh at me. Derek ain't working no overtime? No, I got birthday parties. Then they found out I was making $100 an hour doing a birthday party in a clown suit. So we sitting here at this government job. I'm doing 3 birthday parties on Saturday. I made $300. Back in them days, $300 was a lot of money. Yes, sir. I'm making $300, but if I come in here with y'all, Uncle Sam's gonna take a piece of it. There's something about this clown thing. The dumbest idea. Do you know there are shoe shine boys in New York that are making $200 a day? All they do is shine shoes. I know people that work at Walmart don't make $200 a day. So
my dad was one of those people that used to say shit like, Elvis Presley couldn't do nothing but shine. No, he was mad because Elvis Presley said a black man can't do nothing but shine my shoes.
A whole lot of people feel that way. John Wayne, all of them. Don't think you equal. My son is a good boy, but I try to tell him, you got a 3.8 average, you 6'3", you're a good athlete, you got a all expense to Penn State, but let me tell you, let me hurt your feelings now, you still black. Why you got to tell? You need to know that.
How was it being a black clown back in the 90s?
Oh, well,
clowns are white.
Okay, my peers tried to insult me. Well, he a fool anyway, so that's good for him. Oh, Derek, that's good. Derek, that's good for him because he's stupid. This, that. And then some of the people went on to borrow money from me. So it was a lot of jokes. Oh yeah, they ain't gonna say nothing. They ain't gonna say nothing. Can you spot me $150, $200? He a fool anyway. I took a dumb idea, like a big dummy, and make money off of it. You can sit there with that ventriloquist dummy and get paid. Right. Them guys do you know you could walk around on stilts and charge people $2.25 an hour and be a stilt walker? Do you know how rare stilt walkers are? Caricature artists? Anything. Anything that generates income is a business. This is my problem with a lot of my people. Don't have the person next to you talk you out of your blessing. Oh, dummy, you good at telling jokes around here, but you ain't gonna be on no comedy or nothing. This is somebody right there. Don't have single people give you relationship advice. I had to hurt somebody's feelings. You talk about marriage advice. You ain't got no woman. Right. You ain't never had a woman. Matter of fact, Negro, have I seen you with a woman? Right. How you gonna give me relationship advice about how to have a healthy relationship and you ain't never had one?
Right.
How you gonna give me financial advice? You still broke.
Right.
You filed Chapter 7. Think I don't remember. You broke.
So, but when did the magic come in? Because you did come
The clowning's all in the business.
Okay.
I started with it. See, back in them days, you know, we had to buy books. You had to buy little books, and it was how to make balloons, how to face paint, how to do trick. It wasn't no internet back in the 90s.
Like the magic for dummies.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
It wasn't. You had to buy the book.
Right.
You know, it was, you know, but I just said, oh, this is something that I enjoy doing it. I was like, but this is a whole nother stream of income. I had no idea I was going to make more on Saturday than I was making during the week. Didn't even think about it.
You had a government job, so you were making good
Oh,
money already.
I had a good government job, and when I left that job in 2008, people were sitting back betting on how long I was going to last. He left the government job. Back then, 60 grand was a lot of money.
Right.
In 2008,
It's still a lot of money.
I was making 60 grand.
Still above average.
I had 2 kids, and I went to work one day, and I said, you know something? That's it. I went to my supervisor, and I said, I ain't coming back. He was like, Derek. Well, I said, life is short. Okay? Life is short. You gotta gamble. The only thing that separates Beyonce or Steve Harvey, or they took a risk and drove to LA and slept in their car for 2-3 weeks.
Right.
That's all. Sometimes it's risk. If you fail, you fail. If you strike out, you strike out. Just be glad you went.
Did you have a savings? Did you have like?
I had a little money. I had a little savings.
I had to walk out on faith. Shout out to you know, my business partner, Nakia Davis, also known as Smoke Blueprint Financial. She said, you know, I'm just walking out on faith. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to do that.
My business was already popping.
Okay.
Every Saturday.
Right.
Like I tell people, you're gonna have to do both for a while.
Right.
Go to Walmart and get that Walmart job. Do what you work at Jiffy Lube. I don't like that.
Right.
Do that Jiffy Lube. Can I help you? Now remember, the people next to you is gonna be tearing you down.
Right.
Oh, because man, people talk about me terrible.
Let me ask you this: what's the best advice somebody ever gave you that you always gonna remember? That
You know, honestly, I was a big talker. I had, God rest her soul, Dolores West. It was my play mother, Barbara Johnson, Al Frisbee. I had a list of people that would just give me gems, but it was so many. See, I was a little hyperactive too. I was a little ODD. You probably see it was ADD. I'm sorry, I started drinking. I was thinking OPP and I was a little ADD. But my supervisor, Barbara Johnson, told me, she was like, okay, Derek, you all over the place, but I did listen. You know, I had a lot of problems because, you know, I saw myself bigger than that. I saw myself bigger than this government job, but I had to eat. You know, so I got so much advice. There was never no one thing. When people pour into you, my pastor, Pastor Phillips, would tell me certain things. Home ownership. Like, for example, I'm telling my children now, they're in college. Both of them. My daughter got 2 years left at Georgia State. My son started Penn State. I said, baby girl. I always call her baby girl. I always call her princess. People be looking at me. That's what a man. The first relationship your daughter has is with you. Valentine's Day, I used to give her Valentine's gifts. Because how is she? I used to take her out on daddy-daughter date. It was a couple times. Baby girl, daddy don't sit with his back to the door. Right. What's the gratuity? 18%. You teaching your daughter. Okay, I look at the menu. What you want? That's how a man is supposed to do. You ever hear me curse at your mother? No, daddy. You got to train your daughter. How are you going to tell your daughter how to pick a good man and she don't see one around the house? So I had somebody say, my daughter's so stupid. How would she marry that fool? I was like, well, she saw you marry her father. I ain't put up with it. I left. You left after 10 years. You was getting abused for 10 years. She stayed with him for 6 months. We are a product of what we see. Right. So I tell my children, hey, after you graduate, son, I know you want to do your thing. You going to come home, baby girl, you going to come home. You going to save $100 a week. In 2 years, how much is $100 a week? That's $10,000. We're going to get you a house. I'm not going to charge you rent. We're going to get you a house because I want you to start owning. I don't want you to run out of here and pay rent on City Line Avenue. You ain't never going to own Beekman Apartments. You ain't never going to own the Iroquois. You never going to own, what's that across from Cheltenham? They call it the apartments in Linwood Gardens. You ain't never going to own that. Right. But 80% of white folks own their own home. More people more people in 1968, more black people owned a home in 1968 than they do now.
And that was right after slavery.
Right, crazy.
Wow.
Right. You got to start looking at what's going on. America don't want black people to own. America don't want black people. I got 3 life insurance policies. Why? Because when I go, it's going to be a party. Because I told my kids, ain't going to be no repass at the after party. You set the DJ up, everybody getting a check, all my nieces and nephews, you give them a little something. But I want them to say, damn, Uncle Derek done left me money. Because you have to start training them. So I trained my son up. Home ownership. I told him when he was 12, after you graduate high school, you're going to college. After you graduate high school, you got to program them.
Right.
So he already knew, after high school. What you doing after high school, little boy? I'm going to college. After you go to college, you come home, we save for a house. I don't want you moving in with your woman.
This generation is crazy though, man, because, I program my children as well, but it's just like the TV programs your child.
But if you allow the TV,
school will program your child. So it don't matter how much work we put in at the home, and I'm not gonna say
it does take a village.
It does matter.
It takes a village.
But it's other influences out there. The cell phone. I didn't let my child have a fucking cell phone until he was like 16.
That's fine.
But most of these kids got a phone at 8.
That's fine.
7, 6.
And they learning stuff on their phone.
You know what I mean?
TikTok. They learn, and that's terrible. But we have to train ourselves. Okay, like for instance, this happened the other day. I said, son, he came home from college, had a cute little girlfriend. You know how they are. And I said, what time are you taking her home? No, I was like, what time are you taking her home? Oh, 1 a.m. I was like, no. She come from a good home. You get that girl home by midnight. Because that's my rules. Her mother might have said 1 o'clock. It's filling up. You get that girl home and respect. Respect. Like I tell her, don't you go in nobody's house for the first time and don't bring no gift.
Right.
We aren't taught these things. Like I went to a wedding the other day. I tipped both the bartenders. And it's free. Bartender, here's $10. Here's $10 because the drinks are free. I go over to the DJ, slide him $10. Make sure you play Wild Wild West, Will Smith.
No, he was like,
yo, OG.
No, he did.
OG.
No, he did.
Because we gonna do our dance. You know that dance. And he was like, yo, the OG took care of me. Don't worry about people like you as long as they respect you. I could give 2 craps who don't like me. But you will respect me, because look what I raised. And I told my son, don't worry about people liking you. You make sure they respect you. We went to the mother's house for the prom. Everybody got flowers. Pop got a bottle of wine. I ain't never been in this house before.
Well, as far as this is something that we normally ask. Who was your favorite comedian?
Oh, I have a lot. I go back Paul Mooney.
Give me 5.
Top
5.
Some people gonna think this is crazy, but my influences, everybody, you gotta say Pryor. But after I watch all that and watch Bernie, sometimes Paul Mooney and George Carlin and Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers.
Oh no, it's crazy. But sometimes people see me perform and be like, I ain't never seen that before. Who's real good? Joey Behar. I like to watch all different, because I'm not doing just black rooms no more. I'm sitting here doing white folks, I'm doing Asian, doing all their money spent the same.
Right.
You can't sit back and do urban comedy all the time, and now you up here at a white church out in Norfolk somewhere. You got to have that material to make your material relate.
Right.
When I start talking about Joe Biden, I said, well, everybody love Joe Biden. And then some of the Trump people was like, boo, we don't like Joe Biden. I said, y'all stop talking about Joe Biden. Talking about he had classified material in his garage. He 80. What you expect? But they relate. They know about that. I can't talk about Tupac and Biggie. But I did say, oh man, it's in the world. I said, Donald Trump got 61 felonies. You know it's the end of the world when Donald Trump got more felonies than Tupac and Biggie put together. He got more felonies than Tupac. It's the end of the world. So, but yeah,
on the street.
Yeah, but I like. Oh no, he white. He can walk around. But I white folks have that privilege. Yeah. Like, I drive to my house up on the boulevard, and I see white folk, and they homeless, so they say. I roll the window down and say, you done wasted white skin. Y'all had a 400-year head start. Y'all was here 400 years. What you mean you hold? And they got little pretty signs. They got their sign.
Right.
Now you done took 15 minutes to make you a pretty sign. You could have went to Wendy's. They starting off Wendy's at $11 an hour. So, but some of them people are scam artists.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm from New York, and they are big on. I know panhandlers that make great money because begging for money, you can make way more than $10 an hour. Begging.
Oh no.
Make more than 15. Make more than 20.
And if you a white
You know what
woman,
I'm
they
saying?
pulls
Oh
over.
yeah. Oh yeah.
They pull over for that white woman.
Oh, yeah.
That white woman staying right there with that sad look. You know, and I'll be like, no, y'all was here, but first.
I normally interview rappers and I ask the rappers who, if you could bring back a dead rapper, who would you bring back? So I want to ask you that. If you could bring back a comedian who's no longer here, what comedian would you bring back?
It would probably be either Paul Mooney or Pryor. Because it's not actually the jokes, it's the way they act. It's like I tell people, I don't do comedy, I do act. You know, you see my whole improv, I just do act. I'm here to entertain the people.
Right.
So, you know, Richard could be so influential. Like, could you imagine if Tupac and Biggie were still alive? You see right now, Snoop Doggy Dogg is hanging out with Martha Stewart.
Right.
Can you imagine where, if Snoop Dogg had a TV show with Martha Stewart, they were cooking.
Right.
Martha Stewart did more time in jail than Snoop Dogg. The world is going crazy. But anyway, she been in jail longer than Snoop Dogg.
Right.
Who would have thought that? But can you imagine if Tupac and Biggie was here? How they could be so influential. Can you imagine if Muhammad Ali just stayed a little longer? I mean, when he was here, he didn't have his.
Right.
Do you know how many people would stop and
yeah.
listen?
If he still had his wits.
Can you imagine Malcolm X still being here? And he'd be like, let me talk to y'all young black people. Can you imagine the influence we could do?
Right.
I'm only here a limited time. So my job, I have a diary. I'm working on a book. Because I want my son to be like, oh, these is daddy's thoughts. I told people I was working on a book, some people got upset. Somebody called me and said, I don't want my name in no book. I said, your name ain't going to be in the book, but they sure the hell going to know what I'm talking about. So because I want people to experience what I've been through, and I want them to say, this is the way I could be better. Our job is to make every generation better. Our job is to lift you up. I come from projects, homeless shelter. My son ain't gonna live in a projects, homeless shelter, and I want his son to do better, and his son, and his son. We have generational power, we have generational influence, but we have too much generational poverty. So I had to talk to an idiot, and they said, I got a $10,000 policy. I said, what they gonna do with that? You must go get cremated. Well, I go to the church. I was like, you an idiot. You's an idiot. I said, do you know how many people I know? You don't leave paying. All I want to do is get cremated anyway. But don't you want to leave something for your children and their children and their children? Even if it's only 50 grand. That ain't no whole lot of money.
Right.
But it's seed money to say, okay, son, here's 50 grand. You take that seed money and buy your home. Or pay off your student debt.
I mean, you a person who's talked about, businesses. You're a person who talked
That's
about
right.
writing a book. If you die today or tomorrow, what do you want people to remember Derek Lee as?
Oh, okay. I want them to remember that I tried as hard as I could to teach everybody. If you don't have the money, because it's not always about money. Because I had somebody sit back
You
and
had
tell
some
me.
money. It sounded like you had some money. It sounded like you had money for a long time. But go ahead.
Well, no, I worked with what I had. The corona almost took me out, brother. But I if I want people, somebody said money ain't everything. I was like, I know there's only poor people say that. Oprah don't say that. Tiger don't say that. Tyler Perry don't say that. They don't give away all of it. But your broke ass still walk around here broke.
That's what it is, because my grandmother was on welfare and Social Security, and she took everybody else's welfare and Social Security. But when she died, she had a nice savings.
Savings.
It's
But
about not spending it all.
how you I want people, because your knowledge can help out that guy. You don't always need money to help out your nephew. You can drop the knowledge and say, listen. I tell people all the time, you 20, you about to move out where? I'm about to go to Linwood Gardens to get me an apartment. Yeah, how much is that apartment? Yeah, it's $1,200 a month, Mr. Derek. $1,200 a month. So in a year, how much is that? I don't really know. I said, well, 1,200 times 6 is 7,200. 7,200 times 2 is 14,400. I'm doing this in my head, but I'm kind of good. So okay, so $14,400 in 5 years is what? $70,200. You done stayed in this apartment for 5 years and paid $70,000 on a place you don't own. Why don't you invest in yourself? And stay home for 7-8 months, work a little overtime. All you need to do is get that 3% down. It's a $100,000 house. You need the 3% of the time. You could drop gems, and you know what people say? Nobody never told me that. Nobody never told me about, Mr. Derek, I didn't know what a good credit score was because we aren't taught these things.
Ignorance is not an excuse to the law, and it's not an excuse to life either, you know what I mean? But that's what we're here for, and like one of the things about comedy is that we have the opportunity to get these kind of messages out. Even though, like you said, we gonna entertain, and you know, but when I did my research, I realized that a lot of the comedians in that day, the Paul Mooney's, the Richard Pryors, you know, even though they were the greatest, they still had some type of message, and the people who was listening was able to listen to somebody else. Is it anything?
When you're young, hold on, let's cut you off. My father used to tell me, and I don't, because I think he was suffering a mental illness. He used to tell me to my face, "You probably gonna be a faggot or in jail." How do you tell a 7-year-old that? You act real faggot-fied. So I'm walking around 12 and 13 questioning my sexuality because that's what I used to hear. You know, and when you have people do that, it takes its toll on you. I got a wife and kids, but so what I'm saying is the words are so powerful that stays with you. And when you get older, you realize, you know what I mean, you might look at your father, you might look at your aunt, you might look at your sister, but you still thinking about what they said to you. And it stays within you.
I mean, not to cut you off or to defend your father, but that generation, that's how they behave. They
that
said
don't mean it's right.
No, I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying wrong, but what I'm gonna do is explain it because I've also done similar things. I wanted to be the person that said the worst thing to my son, and so he could get over it, because if I said this to you and you still love me, then can't nobody else hurt you. You know what I mean? And a lot of people
try to make them stronger for the real world, but it don't work for them.
It don't. You know what I mean? They say sticks and stones may break your bones. Worse, that we all know that's not true. But I feel like the older generation, they said some hurtful things. My grandmother said some hurtful things.
Oh yeah.
But in their mind, they thought it was making you stronger. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if he thought it made me stronger because he's the type he wanted to tear down. I don't even.
Sometimes you gotta tear a motherfucker down just to build him back up.
I don't never remember him hugging me at all, telling me he loved me, proud of me.
My grandmother didn't do that shit.
I couldn't go to my 6th grade graduation because I didn't.
But it's because nobody did that to him though.
I never went to any of my I only went to my senior graduation when my parents separated. I didn't have anything to wear. I didn't have shoes, and I didn't have a pair of slacks. So I couldn't go to my 8th grade graduation. I couldn't go to my 6th grade graduation. So I overdo my children because I want them to experience. Like, for example, me and my son are going to WrestleMania. WrestleMania going to be here in April. We going to WrestleMania. I took them to the Globetrotters. I took them to the Sixers. They remember those special days. You have to give your children special days. They're going to remember their birthday parties or the lack of it. You know, they're going to remember when you tore them down, but you got to build them.
But some of our people, we the strongest people been through a lot of pain.
You
know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
So a lot of people from that era thought that, you ain't going to be strong unless you get pain. So, you know what I mean? We don't, and as a new generation, we shy away from that. You know what I mean? So we don't want to give that pain on to people. You know what I mean? But that's why I always on this show ask that question about, what's the best advice you got? Because I want somebody to, So if you could give advice to anybody who's watching right now, what would be the best advice that you would give?
The best advice, if they're over 45, they've lived, the best advice they have is it's not money, start talking to these young people. Start building them up. Even if you don't have nothing, make sure you don't go down the street I went down. Amen. I was in drugs. I was in jail. Teach. Talk to other people's children. I love when my godparents talk to my daughter. Because people say, look, my son, and I always brag about my son had a 3.8 average. When I go to the school, people be like, are you Derek's father? Oh my God, it's like I'm a star. Just the fact of, oh my God, this boy, he walk around with God is dope and You know, and he got the spiritual thing.
Right.
He's a better version of me than I was. And I tell him to his face.
No, I got that too.
When I was 18, he's a better version than I am.
My son used to stand out, and he wasn't the smartest kid in the
Right.
class. He wasn't the smartest guy.
Right.
If you're watching this son, he didn't get the straight A's.
Right.
But he was the most respectful.
Respectful.
You know what I mean? And he was the most well-mannered.
Well, man, but
and
that-
when you come to that school as a father, they want to know.
You a father too?
Who taught that dude?
Okay,
that?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I had a
Exactly
coach
what
pull
you
me
mean.
aside and say, yeah, you raised him right.
Right.
I couldn't go to all of his events, but I stopped in. I had my shirt, my top. When my daughter graduated from Kappa, the graduation was over there on Broad Street. What is that on Broad? Is that the Leah Court? That's the Leah Court. So I said, I'm proud, put my suit on. Man, I went in there. Whole lot of men, they don't wear no suits no more.
Bro, yeah.
I was so proud.
Not even on job interviews. I'm still from the old school. That's how I go to job.
I try to tell, and I don't have no problem with y'all
what kind
hip
of
hop.
job it is.
I got
I'm
no
still wearing my
problem
suit.
with these hip hop people, but I try to tell my black women, listen, I don't care if you like thug or this, that, and other. If that man don't got one pair of shoes and one pair of slacks, run for the border. Run for the border. Oh, with D, you can't take him to the job interview. You can't take him to the wedding reception. You can't take him to it. He needs one pair of shoes, one pair of slacks. Well, that's not how it is, Mr. When we go to the funeral, yeah, you wear them ghetto ass rest in peace shirts because the brother that got shot by accident, he ain't got no insurance. He's a GoFundMe Negro. Oh, you know a GoFundMe Negro when you see it. You can look at people. This Negro's a GoFundMe.
Right.
He ain't gonna have that. You need to encourage the slacks and the shoes. You know, need to encourage how you. And I went to the graduation. I'm the only one with a black. So I just said I felt like I was graduating. You know, I made sure I got extra shade in my cut. So this is my daughter here, and there was not a lot of men.
Right.
There's a lot of these single black women, and I love my single black women, and I'm not knocking y'all. But you would get more husbands if you didn't talk so much. And people get upset, well, he don't want me because I'm strong. He don't want you because you talk too much. Okay, let's get it out in the open. You make 70, he make 30, y'all got 100 together. But you talking too much, and that's a turn off. A man goes the way he finds his peace. It don't matter, because when you start getting 40, it ain't about your looks no more. Don't nobody care about your long hair and your light skin.
Do you see yourself retiring from comedy?
No, I'm gonna entertain forever. It's not a job. I'm gonna be like George Wallace. I opened up for him at the Helium, and George Wallace, I think he said is 76 now. He's still working. When you love what you do, you're not at work. I'm never gonna stop, man. I'm putting in applications and trying to get on Sherry Shepherd, but you just as good. I ain't knocking you. I ain't knocking you. But Jennifer Hudson, Sherry Shepherd, I've been on Dr. Oz, The Q Show, Comic View, Showtime with Apollo. You know, I don't turn down the interview.
Last question before we go into commercial break and
Right.
go into the prank calls. What would you say was your biggest accomplishment?
It's been too many. It's just been so many. All of them, to me, nothing stood out. Whether it be buying my store, Showtime with Apollo with Steve Harvey, Comic View, Q Show, Dr. Oz, Good Day Philadelphia, The Tribune, Daily News, The Inquirer. You know, nothing to me stood out. They were all a blessing.
So what's your goal? I'm sorry. What you want to do in this?
No, I'm doing what I love now.
What would be it for you? Like, yo, this is what I.
Oh well, everybody wants to get a spot on a sitcom. You know, when this writer's strike is over, you send out your pictures, you do what you do. But you know, but not everybody is going to be on that $1 million level. If God just says, Derek, this is where you're gonna be. You're gonna be Philadelphia large. I'm happy. Long as my children are going to do better than me. You know what I mean? Because I saw my parents and I saw those mistakes. So it's my job. Some people say, why you always talk about the past? He always talk about old stuff. You ain't never going to get to the future if you don't keep thinking about the past.
Peace. On that note, man, we're going to go to our commercial break, man. Shout out to Derek Lee. If you don't know who this man is, make sure you follow him. You got a lot of, comedy events going. Let them know your next comedy joint.
Well, this is too many. You can follow me on Derek Lee Philly, DEREKLEE Philly on Instagram. You can Instagram or check out my Facebook post, whatever you need. You need any type of entertainment in Philly, clowns, magicians, face painters, moon bouncers, We're on Frankfurt Avenue under D&J Entertainment. D as in dog, J as in Jesus Entertainment.
Yeah, so we'll be right back, man. And Halloween is coming up too, so make sure you go holler at him for the Halloween costumes too. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for the prank calls.
Tricks get all exposure, set him up. All I chill with is soldiers, burning good aroma, hit it up. I cannot fuck with no cloners, shoulders getting colder, better luck. Too much power, I'm stolen, you're just getting lower, hang it up. I told you it's over, tricks get all exposure, set him up. All I chill with is soldiers, burning good aroma, hit it up. I cannot fuck with no cloners, shoulders getting colder, better luck. Too much power, I'm stolen, you're just getting lower, hang it up. Order it up, she tryna fuck for a buck. I'm jumping go, what it up? Your baby regular, don't do the shit till it coming up, what it up? Boss today by soda, I don't fuck with no loser. Why you niggas sweating by? I'm the type that shoot you. Long whistles, you flute. Fuck around and get popped, choking like Papa Doc. Wanna go, some niggas know, and if you don't watch your mouth. Some think I'm slow, never thought that niggas switch up on a yo, get nigga pull a pot. Let him in that bro, if that missile go, but I ask my bro, ludicrous with it. I act a fool, I hit your bitch with a cha-cha. Head big, hoes call me stupid. You know my uncle Mufasa. Who you trying to find foolish? I get my bread and go pack her. Spark the dusty, then throw the deuces. Had to go get it, no cappers. Some niggas wish that my life was ruined. Sheesh. Hey, let's set him up. All I shit with is soldiers. Burning good aroma, head it up. Yeah, I cannot fuck with no clone. Shoulders getting colder, better luck. Too much power, I'm solar. Hey, if you figure to eat, you chewing the dick. School of providers will come at your mother, don't want any drama. I'm loving this shit when I spill out that lava. Perfect shit like a llama, this other hat got me too lit. If I ass big, I'ma take a few shots, step it up like a turkey. Can speak with my bro, damn. So when yo deep inside, niggas think that I hurt me. But I shine like 4 a.m., I ain't playing with him. On the freeway early. Little bro, I see you again, don't forget my sin, cause he gon' still dirty. 2 shots to my brother, 6-0, what's up? You know, getting messed by 30. Hard time, we been living at night, days and nights. Hot boy said no worries. So I live the fight and I keep that pipe. Just know these breasts, they scared. They running, they coming, I'm ready to buck. She getting it something, I'm ready to fuck. That bitch that I knew had a love breaking up. She thought she could use, know this ain't what it was. Don't care if you cute, but you stupid as fuck. Woo. Sheesh. Now fucking make up for no bitches I trust. The only thing that I'm thinking is deep in her gut. Got too many demons up inside me, they're hutting it up. They say, just keep that burning zip inside me, no letting it up. Sheesh, I told you it's over. Traders get all exposure, set him up. All I chill with is soldiers, burning good aroma. Yeah, I cannot fuck with no cloners, shoulders getting colder. It's too much power, I'm solar, yours is getting lower. I told you it's over.
Damn. Y'all really don't rap no more? They don't. I'm in my room with it though. Ugh. I just think they begging me to stop and I won't. I just think they hoping that I stop and I won't. I just think they begging me to stop, won't stop. I just think they hoping that I stop, won't stop. Where the fuck you was at when I was trying ball? Stand tall, knock 'em out the box, stump 'em when they fall. Fuck you thought I was about to hop on the wave? Pump faking, clout chasing, diss me? I'm waiting, float butter like a Timberland. This ain't for beginners. Listen, I ain't stopping, I'm popping up all winter. 10 toes down about myself till I'm bossed up. Till then her boyfriend gon' stay keeping me glossed up. I don't deal with many cause they thicker than the Photoshop. They'll do almost anything just to get the photo op. I'm Nancy with the shot, call me hard and when I rap now. My pen push better make your dealer put his pack down. I've been with the verses, been writing hits. Ben said that nigga you fucking with ain't shit. Now who gon' check me? Not you. Get a grip, it's Bambini. They don't wanna see me catch a fit. Bow, bow. I just think they begging me to stop and I won't. I just think they hoping that I stop and I won't. I just think they begging me to stop, won't stop. I just think they hoping that I stop, won't stop, won't stop, won't stop, won't stop, won't stop, don't stop, don't stop. I just think they begging me to stop and I won't. I just think they hoping that I stop, won't stop. They don't really got respect for the kid, cause I got a pussy and I spit better than niggas. You should be scared next year, I'm doubling digit, this my passion, I'm spitting fire into the dragon. You can tell I'm too Camden cause I talk like this. And any rapper say they better, man, that don't mean shit. Cause I'ma talk my shit, whether I'm in or I'm out. And begging me to stop and I won't. I just think they hoping that I stop and I won't. I just think they begging me to stop, won't stop. I just think they hoping that I stop, won't stop, won't stop, won't stop, won't stop, won't stop, don't stop, don't stop. I just think they begging me to stop and I won't. I just think they hoping that I stop, won't stop.
I'm a monster, I keep me a chopper, got my goons beside me. We be sliding, looking for the hospital, all them niggas hiding. Run the work up, I flipping that profit, Fetty Luciani. Getting guala, stacking on my chest, I run through hella dollars. We be wildin', 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 on my niggas sliding. We be wildin', 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 on my niggas sliding. No, we sliding. We bout it, we got hella choppers, catch a hopper. And then we drop it, we gon' drop 'em, drop 'em. We so body, we so body, we so body, we got hella bodies. We so body, we so body, we so body, yeah, we got hella body, catch a body, yeah, that's how we go about it, we got hella shotty, we spend they block, then we gon' drop 'em, get the job, we wildin', we looking for them, we can't find them, why the fuck they hiding, but they be talking like they sliding, I smoke, let them have it, blow them down to London match it, we slide through with automatics, wait till we catch you in traffic, Glizzy gang got all the ratchets, clickers with me, trigger happy, hollows make them do gymnastics, they know I gang super savage, duck no war, we love the madness, new iPad up, run them past it, try to run these hollows faster, hop out cussing, then we clap them, we still bending blocking, sending shots, we knocking off the factors, the little boys ain't outside, when this war, they never get active, we be wildin', 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 on my niggas sliding, we be wildin', 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 on my niggas sliding, no, we sliding, we bout it, we got hella choppers, catch a hopper, and then we drop it, we gon' drop 'em, drop 'em, we so body, we so body, we so body, we got hella bodies, we so body, we so body, we so body, yeah, we got hella body, they know me, I'm a op smoker, block bender, road runner, side sender, grade digger, block pusher, top lifter, boy come get up with ya, walk it down, we don't shoot from no distance, on that car, if it looks suspicious, looking for me, bitch I'm in the trenches, run up on me, hollows go through hop, they knocking off your biscuit, my game reckless baby, we them steppers baby, roll a hop up in the what, won't smoke no swishes baby, you ain't matching what's his name, then we ain't smoking with you baby, I'm a pirate whipper bitch, trap nigga whip the work go brazen, I be with them savages, tuck the work in the attic, catch a hop in traffic, 40 on me automatic, catch a nigga while you lacking, right up a post with the clapping, I'm back trapping and clapping, stepping toe in the ratchets, we be wildin', 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 on my niggas sliding, we be wildin', 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 on my niggas sliding, no we sliding, we bout it, we got hella choppers, catch a hopper, and then we drop it, we gon' drop 'em, drop 'em, we so body, we so body, we so body, we got hella bodies, we so body, we so body, we so body, yeah, we got hella bodies, this like holding 100 shots, we get active on your block, we smoke like 100 odds. I'm a monster, I keep me a chopper, got my goons beside me. We be sliding, looking for the hospital, all them niggas hiding. Run the work up, I flipping that profit, Fetty Luciani. Getting guala, stacking on my chest, I run through hella dollars. We be wildin', 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 on my niggas sliding. We be wildin', 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 on my niggas sliding. No, we sliding. We bout it, we got hella choppers, catch a hopper. And then we drop it, we gon' drop 'em, drop 'em. We so body, we so body, we so body, we got hella bodies. We so body, we so body, we so body, yeah, we got hella body, catch a body, yeah, that's how we go about it, we got hella shotty, we spend they block, then we gon' drop 'em, get the job, we wildin', we looking for them, we can't fight them. Why the fuck they hiding? But they be talking like they sliding. One smoke, let them have it. Go them down to London, match it. We slide through with automatic. Wait till we catch you in traffic. Glizzy gang got all the ratchets. Clickers with me, trigger happy. Hollows make them do gymnastics. They know I gang super savage. Duck no war, we love the madness. New eye patch up, burn them past it. Try to run these hollows faster. Hop out cussing, then we clap them. We still bending block and sending shots. We knocking off the factors. The little boys ain't outside when it's war, they never get active. We be wildin', 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 on my niggas sliding. We be wildin', 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 on my niggas sliding. No, we sliding. We bout it, we got hella choppers, catch a hopper. And then we drive it, we gon' drop 'em. We so body, we so body, we so body. We got hella bodies, we so body, we so body, we so body. Yeah, we got hella body. They know me, I'm a op smoker, block bender, road runner, side sender, grade digger, Glock pusher, top lifter. Boy, come get up with you. Walk it down, we don't shoot from no distance. On that car, if it looks suspicious, looking for me. Bitch, I'm in the trenches, run up on me. Hollows go through hop, they knocking off your biscuit. My game reckless, baby. We them steppers, baby. Roll a hop up in the what? Won't smoke no swishes, baby. You ain't matching what's his name, then we ain't smoking with you, baby. I'm a pirate whipper, bro. Trap nigga with the work, go brazen. I be with them savages. Tuck the work in the attic. Catch a hop in traffic. 40 on me automatic. Catch a nigga while you lacking. Run up a punch with the clapping. I'm back trapping and clapping. Stepping, towing the ratchets. We be wildin', wildin', on my niggas sliding. We be wildin', wildin', on my niggas sliding. No, we sliding. We bout it, we got hella choppers, catch a hopper. And then we drive it, we gon' drop 'em. We so body, we so body, we so body. We got hella bodies, we so body, we so body, we so body. Yeah, we got hella bodies. This like holding 100 shots. We get active on your block. We smoke like 100 eyes.
It's Toby.
Run that up, Rico. Nah. Bitch, I see flames when I spit down to fire. I pull that skinners down. I pull that. Claim to be a man's got a wire on him. Nah. Can't up no pocket. Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him. He claimed to be a man's, he a snitch, he got a wire on him. I pull that ski mask down, do the job and change a tire on him. Can't up no Glock and bust no shots cause you'll get fired on. Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him. He claimed to be a man's, he a snitch, he got a wire on him. I pull that ski mask down, do the job and change a tire on him. Can't up no Glock and bust no shots cause you'll get fired on. Shit getting too real in these streets, so I carry my heat. Ain't nobody taking my life, we getting too old to be beefing on social. Just say it's something, you know it's on sight. I ain't finna argue, that's not what I do. Say that you slide on who? I ain't hard to find, I'm right in the loop. I'm really outside, I'm comfortable too on gang. But a rundown, used to be on the block till sundown. Used to fight all the time, got a gun now. Cause shit ain't no game, it ain't fun now. Gotta watch out for the ops and them snitches. Watch for back door from them bitches. Shit come with it when you in the trenches. One wrong move, they'll find you in ditches. You gotta understand, you ain't invincible and anybody a turn on you. As soon as you start getting money to learn to the envy your own friend to burn on you. Gotta move smart and watch everybody, cause everybody not your friend. Same niggas praying you get money, same niggas rob you in the end. Bitch, gang. I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him. He claimed to be a man, he a snitch, he got a wire on him. I pull that ski mask down, do the job and change the tire on him. Ain't up no Glock and bust no shots cause you'll get fired on him. Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm
Yeah, we back. It's time for these prank calls, you know. We got a couple blitzed in your field, you know what I'm saying? You about to crank your ass out in the morning, you know what I mean? Hey, that's bro.
That's my little brother. Hey.
Don't bro me if I don't know you. Don't talk much, I'd rather show you game. I'm in my bag this year. Lost a lot, not crash last year. It'll never happen again. They don't believe me, I bet I'ma win. I'm so gangsta, I lost with a grin. Got back on my feet, finna prove it again. Betting against me, your chances is slim. My angels is with me, I do it for them. Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him. He claimed to be a man, he a snitch, he got a wire on him. I pull that ski mask down, do the job and change the tire on him. Ain't up no Glock and bust no shots cause you'll get fired on. Bitch, Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him. He claimed to be a
Hello?
man, he a snitch,
Hello?
got a wire on him.
Yo, this Damir?
Job and change the tire on him.
This Flynn, bro. You still fucking with Sheree like that?
This who?
Sheree.
Yeah, who is this?
This my name Twin.
From where?
Oh, I'm from out Fairview.
How you get my number?
I got it out Sheree's phone.
How you get out? How you know my phone?
Cause that's what I want to talk to you about, bro. Like, I mean, did y'all ever have a paternity test? Cause I think that baby might be mine, bro. I mean, like, so you never had a paternity test?
I pull that ski mask down through the job and change a tire on him.
So you don't think it's yours?
Cause you'll get fired on. Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him.
I'm saying like, you gotta stop calling her your baby mom then. I'm saying, bro, like, I think that baby might be mine, bro. Like, I don't know, like.
Just saying something you know, so sight. I ain't finna argue, that's not what I do. Say that you slide on who? I ain't hard to find, I'm right in the loop. I'm really outside.
For a fact, cause like the time frame ain't matching up, bro. Like, I told. Bro, because I was messing with her for a minute, like, you know what I mean? Like, I got locked up. Huh? Bro, like, that's like my high school sweetheart. I know her from high school. You got paternity test for them. They look just like me, though. Bro, I'm trying to get you tested, bro. Like, when can we gotta do a swab. Nah, I'm not claiming the last one, bro. I'm not claiming the last one either. You can have that one, bro. You can have that one.
I'm just saying, like, Goku, I do it all like a
yeah. So when can we, bro, like, I'm trying to get you swapped out. Like, you feel me? Like, we gotta both, like, take that test, bro. Like, cause say that again? You gotta give away the rights, though. You gotta sign those rights over. Yeah, because it ain't mine. I need that. Bro, what you just...
He claimed to be a Nancy, a snitch, he got a wire on him. I pull that ski mask down through the job and change the tire on him.
So when the last time you paid your $200 though? Cause so you saying you just gonna give up the child support, but you ain't trying to take the test?
No, if that you did, how do you feel like you're not going to straight have sex?
Well, it's been a minute for all that, but like I just came home, bro. But I seen pictures of them. Bro. They look just like me, bro.
Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him. He claimed to be a man, he a snitch, he got
nah, bro, I don't even know that little baby, bro. That nigga don't look nothing like me, bro.
Ain't up no block and bust no shots, cause you'll get fired on. Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him.
So I'm saying, like, I could get one of those, like, pharmacy joints, you know what I mean? Like, where you at? You in the city, Kim?
Shit getting too real in these streets, so I carry my heat, ain't no.
I talked to her. She wanted, like, you know, she said the same shit you saying, like, oh, that's my baby dad. Like, she on the same shit. Nah, bro. Like, we men. We talking as men, bro. Like, you know, females getting it.
Gotta watch out for the ops and them snitches. Watch for back door from them bitches. Shit come with it when you in the trenches. One wrong move, they'll find you in ditches. You gotta understand you ain't invincible with anybody.
Bro, I mean, I saved you the bag, bro. I know that 200 is hurting and shit, bro. But like, I'm trying motherfucking take care of mine. The holidays coming up, Christmas coming up and all that, bro. Like, they look just like me. So, like, I can go to Rite Aid right now and go grab a test. Like, we can swap it out and see what's good. Like, where you at? You in the city right now? Yo. Oh my God! He's calling her right now. Yo. I'm about to call her.
Some nigga named Twin calling me right now.
Please leave your message for me.
Yo, he's calling her right now.
Like, bitch, I'm not about to pay no $200. None of that.
Oh shit.
You got me spending $200 a week to make my motherfucking kids.
Please leave your message for me.
Oh my goodness.
One more time.
I do it for them. Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him. He claimed to be a man, he a snitch, he got a wire on him. I pull that ski mask down, do the job, and change the tire on him.
Oh my goodness.
Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him. He claimed to be a man, he a snitch, he got a wire on him. I pull that ski mask down, do the job, and change the tire on him. Can't up no block and bust no. Can't up no, cause you'll get fired on.
He ain't beat, bro.
You gonna have to fix that.
Who me?
Yeah, you gotta tell him. You gotta tell him. Yo!
Yeah, you feel like them kids in short about what you call a black woman. You take over the top for them and stop me on my ticket. I won't be the boss, bro. They keep it out, bro. Take over the top for them.
Nah, bro, nah. You on a dumbass radio show, bro. This is a great coffee, big though.
Oh my goodness. Yo, he about to be heated.
Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him. He claimed to be a man, he a snitch, he got a wire on him.
Damn, yo.
Job and change a tire on him. Can't up no block and bust no shots, cause you'll get fired on. Shit getting too real in these streets, so I carry my heat, ain't nobody taking my life away.
Yeah, you gonna have to call him. Before he snap her neck, you gonna have to call him.
Nah, he don't give a fuck. He about to go call his caseworker like, look, they ain't mine. Everything is all the same, you know. You trying to keep that 200. Watch for back door from them bitches. Shit come with it when you in the trenches. One wrong move, they'll find you in ditches. You gotta understand you ain't invincible and anybody a turn. As soon as you start getting money, then learn to the end, be your own friend to burn. You on the phone with that girl.
Yeah, right now.
Not your friend. Same niggas pray you get money, same niggas rob you in the end. Bitch, I see flames.
What's up, bro? You alright? No, I'm just checking on you, bro. Yeah, I'm just checking on you, alright? Nah, I'm just checking on you, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Why you acting like that?
Your number one hater, your number one fan. They claim they don't like you, but scope out your gram. They know more about you than you know yourself, so they hate through the door.
Alright. Hold on real quick.
Yo, bro, this is a dumbass radio show, bro. I was pranking you, bro. You on a prank call, bro. Find something. This is a dumbass radio show. I was doing an interview on your bro, man. He gave you your number to prank, bro. You good, you good.
I'm so gangsta, I lost with a grin, got back on my feet and approved it. My angels is with me, I do it for them. Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him. He claimed to be a man, he a snitch, he got a wire on him. I pull that ski mask down, do the job and change the tire on him. Ain't up no block and bust no shots, cause you'll get fired.
Nah, I respect that, bro. I respect that, bro. For self, bro. Like, that's why I wanted to call you and apologize and shit, bro. Because, you know, I know niggas don't play about their kids, bro. So, for myself, man, I just, like I said, this shit is a radio show, bro. This shit's for entertainment. You know what I mean? Thank you for your time, bro. You know what I mean? And for myself, and I ain't want to ruin your day and shit, bro. You heard what I'm saying? Like, but this shit go viral. You feel me? So, you know, thank you for being a good sport and shit, not really stazzing out like that. But yeah, it's just a prank, my guy. Right, bro. I heard you. Well, you said that $200 away. I felt your pain for that, my nigga. Nah, bro. Nah, I respect that, man. It's nothing but love, bro. Make sure you check this shit out, bro. It's called the Dumbass Radio Show. You heard? Alright, you say, my guy.
Love you, bro. Alright, 1,000.
Shit getting too real in these streets, so I carry my heat.
Yeah, he was mad. Yo, I told you to be mad, bro. I told you to be mad, bro.
He kicked up, though. I would have snapped.
Yeah, he said he was trying to hold his composure.
Yeah, he did. He was like, you can have the other kid, nigga. That other one, I don't know. But the first two, that's why I kicked up like that. I ain't want to play with that one. Alright, we gonna call Pop, man.
Shit come with it, man. In the trenches. One wrong move, they'll find you in ditches. You gotta understand you ain't invincible. Anybody in turn.
Yo, he's gonna get mad, bro. Nah, he was in Virginia.
Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him. He claimed to be a man, he a snitch, he got a wire on him. I pull that ski mask down, do the job, and change the tire.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing, man? People Claude?
This is Claude.
How you doing, Mr. Cannon? My name is Lamar. I'm calling you down from the VA. We were looking at your file. You retired from the Army, right?
You're calling from the VA?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, we were reviewing your file, and it looks like, you know, you were retired, but you should have had a dishonorable discharge. No, sir.
I don't remember no more. You start laughing. He said, all right, bye. That's all I was on this charge. Get the fuck out of here.
He claimed to be a man, he a snitch, he got a wire on him. I pull that ski mask down, do the job, and change the tire.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Cannon? I think we got disconnected.
No, I hung up on you. I'm weirded out. What's going on?
You know, just looking at your medical records and looking at your history, we really want to, you know, kind of, you know, discuss your status here with, you know, the VA. Are you receiving any medical benefits from us?
I am not going to talk to you about anything. Is there somebody I need to talk to?
Yeah, I feel like you really need to talk. I'm the guy that's going to, you know, determine whether or not you get that flag if anything happens to you, sir. And I respect your service and I'm thankful for your service, but we want to change your, you know, your retired status to a dishonorable discharge.
Bitch, I see flames when I spit, yeah, I'm too fire for him.
You know, some of the things.
Oh my God, bro. Yo, he's not. I told you.
I can't curse you out there and keep begging.
Taking my life, we get too old to be beefing on social. Just saying something you know it's your sight. I ain't finna argue, that's not what I do. Said that you slide. Right in the loop, I'm really outside, I'm comfortable too, on gang. Rundown used to be on the block till sundown.
Yo, man. Let's clap it up for my guy, man. Chase Grant, man. We in the building, man. We gonna go to a small commercial break. We're gonna be right back for Kanye and this beat. You know what I mean? We're gonna play these beats. My boy gonna split the 16. And then y'all already know how we come. We go to the SG Hookah. So stay tuned for these bars. We'll be right back. The Dumbass Radio Show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back at it. Let's go.
He claimed to be a man, he a snitch, he got a wire on him. I pull that ski mask down, do the job, and change the time.
Trying to get all exposure, set him up. All I chill with is soldiers, burning good aroma, head it up. I cannot fuck with no cloner, shoulders getting colder, better luck. Too much power, I'm stolen, you're just getting lower, hang it up. I told you it's over, trying to get all exposure, set him up. All I chill with is soldiers, burning good aroma, head it up. I cannot fuck with no cloner, shoulders getting colder, better luck. Too much power, I'm stolen, you're just getting lower, hang it up. Order it up, she tryna fuck for a buck. I'm jumping go, what it up? Your baby regular, don't do the shit till it coming up. What it up? Boss today by soda. I don't fuck with no loser. Why you niggas sweating by? I'm the type that shoot you. Long whistles, you flute. Fuck around and get pop. Choking like Papa Doc. Wanna go, some niggas know. And if you don't watch your mouth. Some think I'm slow. Never thought that niggas switch up on a yogi nigga pull a pot. Let him in that bro. If that missile goes, but I ask my bro. Ludacris with it. I act a fool. I hit your bitch with a cha-cha. Head big, hoes call me stupid. You know my uncle Mufasa. Who you trying to find foolish? I get my bread and go pack her. Spark the dusty, then throw the deuces. Had to go get it, no cappers. Some niggas wish that my life was ruined. Sheesh. Hey, let's set him up. All I shit with is soldiers. Burning good aroma. Head it up. Yeah, I cannot fuck with no clone. Shoulders getting colder. Better luck. Too much power, I'm solar. Hey, if you figure that it, you chewing the dick. School of providers will come at your mother, don't want any drama. I'm loving this shit when I spill out that lava. Curvy shit like a llama, this other hat got me too lit. If her ass big, I'ma take a few shots, step it up like a turkey. Can speak with my bro, damn. So when yo deep inside, niggas think that I hurt you. But I shine like 4 a.m., I ain't playing with him on the freeway early. Little bro, I see again, don't forget my sin, cause he bones still dirty. 2 shots to my brother, 6-0, what's up? You know, getting messed by 30. Hard time, we been living at night, days and nights. Hot boy said, no worries. So I live the fight and I keep that punch. Just know these breasts, they scared. They running, they coming, I'm ready to buck. She getting in something, I'm ready to fuck. That bitch that I knew had a love breaking up. She thought she could use, know this ain't what it was. Don't care if you cute, but you stupid as fuck. Whoa, sheesh. Now fucking make up for no bitches I trust. The only thing that I'm thinking is deep in her gut. Damn, got too many demons up inside me, they're hutting it up. They say, just keep that burning zip inside me, no letting it up. Sheesh, I told you it's over. Traders get all exposure, set him up. All I chill with is soldiers, burning good aromas. Yeah, I can't laugh up with no clone. Shoulders getting colder. It's too much power, I'm stolen. Yours is getting lower. I told you it's over. Trades get all exposed. Set him up. Let's smoke. Let's smoke. Set him up. Hey, let's smoke. Let's smoke. Set him up. Set him up. He's good smoke.
Fuck with me. Fuck with me. Yeah, fuck with me. Listen, fuck with me.
Yo, Angel, you crazy for this one.
Big brazy. Fuck with me. Got a bad bitch, she getting money right. She fuck with me because I'm getting money right. Yeah, 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 get your money right. Fuck with me and let me get your money right. Got a bad bitch, she.
Win big, keep your head high. Get your bread, let it multiply, cause I gotta shine. I'm an unapologetic nigga. I just stood tall, I ain't never fool. Game sold, it ain't never sold. I'm forever bold. I'm an unapologetic nigga. Win big, keep your head high. Get your bread, let it multiply, cause I gotta shine. I'm an unapologetic nigga. I just stood tall, I ain't never fool. Game sold, it ain't never sold. I'm forever bold. I'm an unapologetic nigga. Really getting heavy for him. Somebody pray for him. Mind racing like a speedway. Thoughts spoiled like a rainstorm. People really praying on my downfalls. I'ma pray for him. Been a trouble man since I was a buck. Aunt Matt used to pray for me. God bombing my grandparents. All I really had to lean on. Pop died, he's gone. Family really starting to fall apart. My own mama do her best to kill me. I really feel that way in my heart. Drama waves really weighing on me. Got me smoking with a heavy heart. Now I'm floating in a pool of thoughts. Like I'ma turn this fucking pain to heart. I see him cry when they hear me talk. I know I'm here for a higher cause. I'm about to burn like the Holocaust. Like Scott Summers with his goggles off. Like an X-Man, not a yes man. I'ma do what I want. Fuck what they thought. Win big, keep your head high. Get your bread, let it multiply, cause I gotta shine. I'm an unapologetic nigga. I just stood tall, I ain't never fool. Game sold, it ain't never sold. I'm forever bold. I'm an unapologetic nigga. Win big, keep your head high. Get your bread, let it multiply, cause I gotta shine. I'm an unapologetic nigga. I just stood tall, I ain't never fool.
Yeah. We back for these bars. You know, my boy about to go dummy in here. You know what I'm talking about? So, look, stay tuned, man. Chase, you ready to fucking give him these fucking bars?
Yeah.
Con, drop that fucking beat, B. Drop that fucking beat. Let's go. Let's go. Sheesh. Chase. Sheesh. Hey. Yeah, bitch. Sheesh! Chase motherfucking Grants, you heard? Shit like, hey, Francis, my motherfucking area code, you heard? The
verdict's crazy, kept the glizzy up in the backpack. Destination with a stash at up the pole on my cup, we can't have that. Nigga Lord, that's a big fact, stuff a nigga up just like a pack rat. No words to click clack, give a fuck. All I want is some get back. After blood, and I'm on that board, think I'm stupid, no can forget that. Bitch chunky, her ass fat attitude on 100, she clap back. On that nigga in his dad's head, did a nigga dirty, pray on the church mat. Demon time, like it's on crack, bone 50, you don't know, won't see that. Close up, suffocate like a mouse trap. Pop out, I'm a jack in the box. Use the Pazenas a lot. Calm my nerves, sometime, be nervous a lot. And mama be worried a lot. Car serves, so my words will be slurring a lot. But I don't be worried about it. Vision red coming up, got me touching the blues. The haters, they want me to lose. Fucking me, you can't die. It's something you choose. Your family's up on the news. Try a nigga, and I promise there's something you lose. Your mom be singing the blues. All my meds, you know I be giving a fuck. The R be ride a love. Fuck I give, I be giving inside a gust. That bitch she be falling in love. Cuff a nigga, hell no. Still fucking the raw. She know I be moving the wall. Ski, oh shit, I be on the draws. What's what? Then I pull up my drawers. Trust a nigga, all bitch got me fucked up. Now I don't trust none. I be twitching and you thinking I'm on one. You would think that I'm sweet as something. I might be tripping, yeah, in the backpack. Destination, what a stash at up the pole on my cup, we can't have that. Nigga Lord, that's a big fat stuff a nigga up just like a pack rat. No words to click clack, give a fuck. All I want is some get back. After blood, and I'm on that board, think I'm stupid, no can forget that. Bitch chunky, her ass fat attitude on 100, she clap back. On that nigga in his dad's head, did a nigga dirty, pray on the church mat. Demon time, like it's on crack, bone 50, you don't know, I won't see that. Close up, suffocate like a mouse trap. Sheesh! Chase. Grants. Facts.
yeah, man. We out of this bitch, man. The Dumbass Radio Show. My guy just went fucking dumb in this motherfucking building. So, man, make sure y'all motherfucking stay tuned in and meet us at the SJ Hookah Lounge. You already know.
What it is, nigga.
Let's go.
Big dummy, bitch.
Dummy.
Sheesh.